Movements recorded across every continent for the first time. Despite the encouraging trend, Africa remains the world's hardest hit region, with 309 million people undernourished, about 1 in every 5 Africans. The UN warns that climate shocks and geopolitical tensions could still undermine recent gains. Now we move our attention to South America. The area of Brazil's Amazon destroyed by fire fell dramatically in 2025, marking the smallest area burned since records began in 1985. According to monitoring groups, 3.1 million hectares burned last year, compared with a record 15.8 million hectares in 2024. Protecting the Amazon was one of the pledges President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva made when he ran for office 4 years ago. Researchers have welcomed the improvement, noting that the Amazon is home to millions of species and absorbs vast quantities of planet-warming carbon dioxide. On to happy news and exciting news. Another day, another Tyla triumph. South African Grammy winner Tyla delighted fans with a surprise performance alongside global superstar Shakira during her last Mujeres Ya No Laurent World Tour in New York on Monday evening. The pair lit up Brooklyn's Barclays Center with a barefoot rendition of the smash hit Hips Don't Lie, celebrating 2 generations of music stars on one stage. Tyla, dazzling in turquoise, brought her signature Afropop flair to the performance, while fellow surprise guests Ed Sheeran and Burna Boy added to the excitement. The appearance comes just days before the release of Tyla's eagerly awaited second album, A-Pop, that drops tomorrow. We wrap up our news headlines right now. Let's jump into the sports headlines with Carissa.
Thank you so much, Kuhle. Let's get straight into your sporting highlights. Starting out, of course, with some football news, where Orlando Pirates suffered their first defeat of the European pre-season tour, going down 3-2 to Saudi Pro League side Al Ittihad. Now, Talente Mbata and Yanele Mbutuma were on target for the Buccaneers, while Yusuf N. Nesera, as well as Musa Diaby and George Ilineka scored for the Saudi side. Meanwhile, Mamelodi Sundowns were held to a 1-1 draw by German outfit Hertha Berlin out in Austria. Moving on to your athletic headlines now, South Africa's sprint star Bayanda Walaza stormed to victory in the men's 100 meters at the 61st TPOS meeting out in Slovakia. Now, Walaza clocked a sensational 9.89 seconds to win the race and set a meeting record. Jamaica's Akeem Blake finished second in 10.04 seconds, while Canadian Olympian champion Andre de Grassi was third with 10.05 seconds. All right, let's talk about the girls now. Out on the hockey field, the South African women's hockey team moved 2-0 up in their 4-match test series, and that was against Namibia, with another solid performance held in Cape Town. Hannah Pierce opened the scoring before Kayla Duval doubled the lead in the second half to seal a 2-0 victory. Now, South Africa will be eyeing a series win when the third match takes place on tomorrow. We, of course, are sending them all the hearse and all the good luck. Cycling news up next with Remco Evenepoel, who claimed his second consecutive stage victory, and that was held at the Tour de France after producing a dominant ride in yesterday's individual time trial. Now, the Belgium finished 28 seconds ahead of race leader Tadej Pogacar to cut into Slovenia's overall advantage. Now, today, the riders face the flat 174-kilometer stage 17 from Chambéry to Voiron. Very excited about all of that news. We'll update you again at 7 o'clock. For now, though, let's give you an update on your weather. Well, we made it to midweek. That deserves a congratulations. Let's see if the weather's playing along with us. Out in Polokwane first, you're in for a sun-filled day today. As for your temperatures, they'll start from a low of 6 degrees and rise to a greater high sitting at 25. Let's look at the week ahead now. Sunny skies will continue to dominate, staying clear of any rain, with pleasantly warm daytime highs maxing at 26 degrees tomorrow. Klerksdorp, you're up next with mostly cloudy skies that will take over your day today. As for your temperatures, they'll range between a chilly 9 and a warmer high of 25. Now, the coming days remain mostly sunny with some passing clouds, while daytime highs stay pleasantly warm throughout until the weekend. Moving into Pretoria next, On your side of town, you can expect plenty of sunshine throughout your day today. Your temperatures will play along too, between a low of 9 degrees and that maximum is sitting at 24. As we look ahead, sun-filled skies are here to stay, clear of any rain, with tomorrow's temperatures staying much the same as today's. And then out in the city of gold, let's see what Johannesburg has to offer. Mostly sunny skies are set to dominate your day today. Temperatures will range between a cool 8 degrees and a warmer 21. As we move into the week, daytime highs will range from the upper teens to the low 20s, with skies remaining predominantly sunny throughout. And then out in Mbombela, today's forecast calls for some sunny skies. There will be some lingering clouds here and there. A chilly 11-degree start will give way to a warmer afternoon high of 25 degrees. Now tomorrow welcomes sunny skies yet again, with temperatures ranging from a low of 12 to a high of 27, and it does remain clear of any rain. The beautiful Bloemfontein on your side, partly cloudy skies will persist throughout your day. Your temperatures sit between a cold 7 and a max of 24. Now, the week ahead ushers in mostly sunny skies with passing clouds, while temperatures settling at 19 degrees for the next 2 days is what you can expect. All right, Richards Bay out on your coastline, a cloudy start will turn to a sunny midday. Temperatures range between a cool 17 and a more comfortable 27. Now, partly cloudy skies will turn sunny tomorrow with comfortably warm temperatures, and those will range between 18 and 27, which will be your peak of the week. Out in Durban today will be dominated by partly cloudy conditions. As for your temperatures, they'll rise from a low of 4 degrees to a high of 26. The coming days out in Durbs remain mostly sunny, with temperatures reaching 23 degrees tomorrow and 22 by Friday after a cool start. And then out in Mthatha, mostly cloudy skies will be expected throughout your day today. Temperatures, well, they'll range between a cold 8 and a nice high of 29. Now, partly cloudy skies take over the next 2 days, with tomorrow's temperatures ranging from a chilly 7 to a high sitting at 23. Uba, on your side, partly cloudy skies set the stage for a pleasant day for you on this Wednesday. Temperatures move between a biting 7, but worry not, it rises to a warmer high of 26. Now, sun-filled skies with lingering clouds dominate the forecast ahead, with temperatures remaining pleasantly warm. Well, that brings us to Kugompo City, where today you'll look up to partly cloudy skies. Your temperatures will start at a brisk 13 before warming to a warmer high of 23. As for the next 2 days, well, it will remain partly cloudy and humid, with a 15% chance of rain tomorrow, which increases to 25% by Friday. Ebeja, out in GQ, dry conditions will persist with partly cloudy days, or skies at least, overhead. Temperatures start from a chilly 10 and then, of course, doubles up to a daytime high of 20. Now, as we move into the week, sunny conditions turn cloudy by tomorrow. You can expect a 25% chance of rain both Thursday and Friday. All right, gorgeous George, how are you doing this morning? Morning clouds will clear to bright sunny skies by this afternoon on your side. Temperatures range from a cool 8 to a daytime high of 17. Now, the outlook for the week remains partly cloudy with cool to pleasant temperatures. It will be a bit wet though. There's a 55% chance of rain expected tomorrow. And then out in the mother city in Cape Town, you can expect partly cloudy conditions for most of your day. Your temperatures will sit between a chilly 11 and a high of 16 degrees. Now, looking ahead, tomorrow brings you cloudy skies, but brace yourself. That rain is coming in at a 75% chance. Temperatures moving between 10 and 15. And then out in Sutherland, it is a mostly sunny day that lies ahead for you. Your temperatures will range from a biting -2 and increase to a high of 16. Now, heading into next 2 days, partly clouds take over, with temperatures reaching 12 degrees tomorrow and 17 by Friday. That brings us on over to Kimberley next, where partly cloudy skies are set to dominate, with noticeably northerly winds coming through. Your temperatures will rise between a cool 8 to a warmer high of 27. Now, tomorrow's outlook will be bright and sunny, with temperatures ranging between 1 and 22, and that will be your weather for the weekend too. Out in Uppington, up east on your side, partly cloudy skies will dominate your forecast for today. Temperatures rise from a chilly 2 degrees to a high of 23. Now, the days ahead remain mostly sunny and dry, with tomorrow's temperatures reaching a warm 20 degrees, making it the lowest high of the week. That's a beautiful wrap of your temperatures across Mzansi. I hope that you've taken some notes on this halfway point to the weekend. But let's see if we can get you over the hump with Leroy Sneeman's beautiful pictures sent through from Kugompo City. I mean, talk about a sunrise view. This is absolutely incredible. And thank you for representing your hood so incredibly well, Leroy. We appreciate you. The colors coming through letting us know that it's going to be a bright day indeed. Leroy, listen, you can expect a 21-degree day today on your side of town, and every single hour we do it once again. 7 o'clock is your turn, 063-036-9649. For now, though, let's get into the show, please. Kuhle, what have you got for us?
Listen, my girls, stunning images there by Leroy. Thank you so much for representing the Eastern Cape so well. So much more is coming up, Carissa, I must say. I'm looking forward to our conversation with Dr. Bagwandine, all about World Brain Day, really to see how we can take care of our brains, okay? There's literally a lot more coming your way. I just want to find out from you, Carl, what are you most looking forward to when it comes to this conversation about World Brain Day?
Well, I want to know what World Brain Day means. Are we celebrating the brain? Are we getting into the intricacies of the brain? Are we just saying, you know what, the brain is the most important organ in the body?
Yes.
And I'm sure the doctor will clear all of this for us.
100%. If you do not go anywhere, because there's so much more coming your way.
We look forward to it.
This.
We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back, and thanks for joining the girls on this Feel Good Breakfast show. It is Expresso on S3. And of course, we've got to celebrate something that all of us possess, and that's our brain, our minds. And today is World Brain Day, so we've got a riddle for you that we'd love you to solve.
Yes, we do. And we want to make sure that you're up and running, okay? Listen to this. There are 5 people in a room.
Okay.
Everyone shakes hands with everyone else once.
All right.
How many handshakes take place?
Because they're not the mathematics at 6 a.m.
Let me tell you, girl.
Okay, so I'm like carrying the 2 divided by 4 plus the...
To the power of?
25.
Exactly.
All right, let us know. You can WhatsApp us on 063-036-9649. Otherwise, you can do all the mathematics at Expresso Show is where you find us as we get into this incredible conversation celebrating one of our organs that maybe sometimes we take for granted. And it has been said that investing in brain health means investing in people. So it helps individuals reach their potential, supports healthier, more resilient societies at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And today is World Brain Day, and we are joined by a special person. Dr. Bagwandine joins us to unpack why protecting our brains starts long before illness and why earlier access to care could change millions of lives. Doctor, very good morning. I'm excited to jump into this conversation.
Well, let's do it, Doc. Thanks for joining us once again.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, it is World Brain Day,
Yes,
as we've mentioned before, built around one message, and I love this. Brain health, access for all. But before we start talking about all of that, what do we mean by brain health? Can you break that down for me?
Well, I think the starting point should be, as you said, our brain is our most important organ. Really, it controls everything inside and outside of us, our personality, our ability to communicate, move, and also our subconscious things like heartbeat, temperature, etc. So when this organ is not functioning optimally, life is not that great. So when we talk about brain health, we refer to ensuring that we do whatever it is that we can do to ensure that this particular organ is well taken care of. Remember, our brains are meant to last us a lifetime, right? So if we do not invest to take care in it now, with regards to optimizing its care and function, etc., we're going to pay a price later in life. And that's usually not a nice thing to do in the latter part of your life. So it's basically ensuring that we take care of our lives, of our brains to enjoy a better life later. This year's theme includes access for all, very important. I think it's there to remind us that regardless of our circumstances and situation, everybody deserves this privilege. In other words, being able to take care of our most vital organ.
That's right. Thank you for that reminder.
I actually truly appreciate that. Access for all. And I mean, there's research, or rather the campaign says that brain disorders are the leading cause of disabilities. Can you please unpack that a little bit more for us?
All right, let's put this into perspective. 1 in every 3 people on the planet throughout at some point in our lifetime is going to end up with a brain disorder of some sort.
1 in 3?
1 in 3, that's 33%. It could include something dramatic like a stroke or an infarct in the brain, etc., or something a little more insidious like our brain degenerative disorders, your Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia. We all hear about this. But then there's a whole massive category that's exploding throughout the world. Our anxieties, depression, the psychological conditions, psychiatric conditions, etc. So the incidence is really high, and it's something we've got to start to take seriously. It's an issue that's been pushed to the side largely because of the stigma attached to mental disorders, really. It's slow onset. We don't really take it that seriously as we would, let's say, a heart attack or something like that. And it's often just neglected, unfortunately.
Sure, Doc. I love the fact that you said sometimes it is a slower onset because there are warning signs that maybe we kind of ignore. The red flags are waving. We're going, no, not right now. So what are some of those early signs that we can pick up on even today to make us more aware of what's going on in our brains?
So I think the most important thing to understand is that anything that is irregular or not usual for you should be addressed. Right? When it comes to neurological or brain disorders, they can present quite acutely, and here we're talking about strokes, etc. And these are usually quite dramatic, and you will more than likely know. It involves like a paralysis of a particular part of your body, usually the face where one side or one half is drooping more than the other, etc. You start to develop problems with speech, articulation, balance, etc. Now, these are usually, but not always, associated with a severe headache. And I think it's important not to disregard this. This is a medical emergency, and it can be managed effectively if you present early. Then, unfortunately, the majority of neurological brain conditions will present a little more subtly, and this is where it's neglected. You start to lose a little bit of memory. You're just not quite up and about. Your attention is decreasing. You're not sleeping well, and we just put it down to it's just a bit of stress. I'll get over it, neglect it, until it gets to a point where it really is now a significant problem. So please look for these symptoms, present early, seek medical help. And I'm not saying to you run to your doctor for every little thing, every little headache, right? Anything that's a change for you, please get medical help.
100%.
I mean, talking about asking for help and seeking advice from your doctor, prevention is better than cure. That's what we've always known, right? What would you say are some of the habits that we could integrate in our day-to-day lives to strengthen our brain health?
All right. So I've spoken, on this topic numerously. It's everything you're going to be doing to take care of your general health. One of the biggest things you can do for yourself is exercise.
Sure. The people don't want to hear that, Doc.
Exercise. Your diet is exceptionally important when it comes to brain health. We've spoken extensively what we call the gut-brain axis, how what we eat and how we eat affects our brain function. sleeping properly, drinking plenty of fresh water, just living a mindful life, you know, interacting with our peers, colleagues, friends. Evidence now shows one of the most protective things for brain functioning. It's little things that everybody can do.
Yeah. Let's go back to the basics, essentially.
Yeah.
And I
Absolutely.
love that reminder. Thank you, Doc. You're not going anywhere. We still have part 2 of this conversation because, of course, it is so enthralling and it affects all of us. We're also going to be touching on the diet side of things with dietitian Tessa Hill, who's here. And she'll be joining us in the kitchen for our culinary hotline. We can't wait for that conversation. And, of course, to eat some good food that's good for the brain. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And we are back, Jengom Kolo. Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, live and in charge right here on S3. Sithetha ngento ezidibene ngengqondo, because looking after our brains starts long before illness, okay? We are back with Dr. Bagwanine, and joining us right now is registered dietitian Tessa Hill to unpack how everyday food and lifestyle choices can help keep our brains healthy.
I love it. Thank you, guys, for coming with the good news. Because after the 1 in 3 conversation, I was like,
I'm scared. I'm just like, one, two.
Who's it going to be? We need a solution here. But Doc, let's start with you when it comes to that. People often wait until something goes completely wrong before they intervene, right? But I know there's steps we can take before it. So why should brain health begin while we're still healthy?
I think let's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Our brains start developing while we're still in utero, still when our mums are still pregnant.
Right.
So it actually starts at that phase to nurture and protect this vital organ. You'll find if you neglect it, if you don't invest in it in your early part of your lifetime, there is a price to pay later, as with any other aspect of your health. The brain is particularly susceptible to a negative lifestyle. If you're not eating properly, you're not sleeping properly, you're not drinking enough water, etc., not exercising, any compromised blood flow, etc., is going to compromise the brain function, and you will pay a price later in life.
Sure. So we should start at baby stage.
Like right now.
A couple years ago.
I'm a couple of years late, maybe. But Tessa, later on, we're going to take it to the kitchen, right? And we have heard that there are foods that are very good for your brain. What would you say we truly need to include in our diets that is good for us, especially for over time?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And we want to think about like brain boosting foods, right? So everyone also thinks, oh, we have to have the superfood in our diet and we're fine, right? But I mean, as Doc was saying already, it's kind of an accumulation of things. So from a diet, we honestly have to think a little bit around balance. At the end of the day, like, keep it simple. Variety, so lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, like a lot of unprocessed whole foods, things that have not been like too refined. So fresh fruits and vegetables because of like the antioxidants that help with oxidative stress, you know, because that can create some more damage in the brain. Whole grains with lots of fiber. We want to feed the gut because we know that talks to our brains as well. So like the whole gut-brain axis is important too. Watching out on those added sugars. We know that that's also not good for, you know, too many energy crashes and energy dips. It's also not good for like that constant energy and that nutrient supply as well. Omega-3s, which we'll talk about today at the recipes too. Very important, healthy type of fat to have in the diet because it's essential, meaning we have to get it from our diet. So as you can tell, it's kind of a bit of everything. It's not necessarily just one type of food that we have to have.
And I like that reminder too, because I've been on both sides where I've eaten junk food and I'm like, temporarily it's great. Afterwards, not so much.
You don't feel good.
Exactly. And then you eat the whole foods and you're like, oh, you guys were right. You were actually right at the end of the day. But the consequence maybe of the first option, there's so many things like high blood pressure, diabetes, type 2 in particular, that could come our way, high cholesterol. So how do these sort of affect the brain, Doc?
So you'll find blood pressure specifically, if left untreated and persists over a prolonged period, is going to start to damage the inside lining of the blood vessel. Remember, the brain is totally dependent on oxygen and nutrients, especially glucose supply. Very little else. And if it's not getting enough of this, over time, the brain itself starts to wear away, degenerate. Its function becomes less optimal. When it comes to things like cholesterol, diabetes, high sugar levels, etc., these tend to have a prolonged chronic inflammatory state. And what it causes is like inflammation and what we call plaque deposition in the blood vessels. Similarly, as it would affect the heart, it's going to affect the brain. So you're actually going to get, instead of a heart attack, you're going to end up getting a brain attack or stroke. Right? And again, before this happens, you're going to get degenerative conditions. So you're going to start to get your Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia prematurely if these conditions are not picked up early and managed aggressively. So please, part of your brain health includes your general health and well-being.
Yeah. And that's what we don't want to hear. Just the holistic approach to every
day. We're like, no.
Exercise, eating healthy, you know, making sure that we keep up with a healthy lifestyle overall. But I mean, it is good for us, right? And I mean, I'm going to bring it to you now, Tessa, to ask what is the one eating habit or everyday food that you would encourage South Africans to really pay attention to?
Please don't say kale.
Remember, it's not a superfood. There's no specific food. I think, again, coming back down to like a dietary pattern. So, you know, the best thing that you can do is to have a good, high fiber, high protein breakfast. Think about it. You wake up, you need the energy, you need the nutrients, you need the carbohydrates for your brain to get going. You know, for good mood, for good memory, for good concentration. So if you can try and get into a habit of not skipping breakfast and actually just eating something more whole-based, making from scratch at home. So in some of the recipes today, you'll see that, you know, we're thinking about incorporating rolled oats, good high fiber, but a good carbohydrate source that provides good sustained energy. Adding fresh fruits, even some healthy fats, seeds and nuts. Or if you're not the sweet type of breakfast person, you could try and go savory. So a whole a whole wheat low-GI type of bread with a good savory topping, avocado, eggs, and even your tinned fish. So like your sardines or pilchards even.
Sardines are having a big moment right now.
They're impossible. You can't find them in the shops at the moment.
And the price is so crazy. Well, we'll plug you into all those recipes today. I also love avo and toast and egg. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Tessa, so much. And you, of course, are going to join us in the kitchen in just a little bit. As we celebrate World Brain Day, it reminds us that we've got to look after our bodies and take care of our brains. We only get one of them.
Yes.
We can't rebuild them.
100%.
So today is when it begins. Later in life is where we'll pay the price. So I think we start with the small steps, eh?
Yes, please. And right now, once again, so to care for you. Go to after the break, we get into more super brain conversations with some really talented people representing us Africans on the African continent. Do not go anywhere, so much more goodness coming to you straight after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and welcome back. Today we're celebrating World Brain Day, a day that, of course, celebrates the incredible potential of the human mind. And a few story captures that better than South Africa's recent success, and we've been winning, at the 2026 Pan-African Mathematics Olympiad held in the Ivory Coast, competing against some of the continent's brightest and biggest young mathematicians. And Team South Africa finished 4th overall and returned home with an impressive 6 medals.
My goodness.
Hello.
And they are here in person. Joining us this morning is silver medalist Ruth Trimble, alongside team leader Aidan Conradi and deputy team leader Ellen Grant-Smith, who are both former Olympiad participants themselves. Everybody, please give them a feel-good welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yes, well done. This is exciting. You already look the part. I love it. You are so pristine and gorgeous in your... Yeah, come on. And I know the mathematics follows right after that. Aidan, I'm going to start with you. As the team leader, we finished 4th overall, and that's across the continent.
Yeah.
That is incredible. What does that sort of tell you about where we're at when it comes to mathematics and the strengths of our young mathematicians in South Africa?
So I think the biggest thing is that for South Africans to do so well on just not a international stage, it shows us that South African students have the potential to do well and be excellent in international competitions. And it really serves an inspiration to everyone watching, that we all have the potential to do this. And more personally, for me, it just makes me really proud to see that the students can, by working hard, grow over the months and the years to become internationally excellent.
That's right. I mean, how does it feel being a
Beautiful.
role model, hey?
Imagine.
At a
At
teenage
such a
year, I
young
couldn't.
age. Well done to you. Certainly
Thank you.
no DNA, just
RSA,
RSA,
all
baby,
the way.
all the way.
All the way.
Now, Ruth, you walked away with a silver medal, which is impressive. Congratulations. Tell us about your experience. How was it representing South Africa on a global stage?
Sure.
And some memories that you're going to be walking away with.
It was a lot of fun, slightly stressful.
Yeah.
The questions were like decently difficult, but I really enjoyed working on them. The best part for me was definitely like meeting other people from across the continent, making friends with other people who are also passionate about maths.
Yeah. Could you quickly paint us a picture? Like, what does it entail, the competition? You go in, are you in groups? Are you by yourself?
You write by yourself. It's over 2 days, so you write on the first day and then you write on the second day. Each day has 3 questions, and then the paper's like 4.5 hours.
Sure.
4.5 hours.
Is there a break in
Girl,
between?
I'm taking out after hour number 1, okay?
That gives you guys even more reason for us to celebrate you. Ellen, on your side, let's talk about how you've experienced this Olympiad as both a competitor and now deputy team leader, which is incredible. I mean, a lot of pressure to be carrying for one person, but I know you've got this. What makes it so different when it comes to maths that most learners do in the classrooms?
Well, as Ruth said, like the competition it's a very long time to writing.
Intense.
And the papers only have 3 questions, so the questions are a lot more difficult and like they require a lot more grappling. You have to struggle with them. Like I had some questions when I was writing that you had to sit with for like 2.5 hours before you even made any sort of progress. And it's also different to the maths at school because you have to fully prove yourself and explain yourself. And if you don't, you could only get partial credit for your solutions.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm trying to wrap my head around spending 2 hours on one question.
Seeing numbers, and now there's comprehension involved and critical thinking.
Oh my
all
goodness, in one. 100%.
Truly impressive. I'm going to just bring it back to you, Ruth.
Yeah.
How do you even prepare for something like this?
Yeah.
We had like 2 selection camps, and then at the selection camps they gave like lectures, so that's how like we learn theory. You can also find like notes and stuff online, but most of it is really just like practicing questions, and sometimes questions take a long time. Like sometimes you have to sit with a question for days or weeks or something
But
before
what
you
is
can
that
solve
feeling
it.
when you unlock it, when you've got the answer?
It's really satisfying,
Yeah.
and it's really fun, and like
You're just like,
yes.
Yes, I
A
can
lot of the time,
imagine.
the solutions are like really beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, they say maths is a language, so once you kind of unlock and learn it, then that's access to a whole other world. And as the team lead, I mean, how does it feel for you to be mentoring other folks who sometimes are your age mates as well, and taking the lead in that sort of sense, Ellen?
Yeah, it's really nice to be able to help them learn and grow and just develop maths. And because for me, maths is such a passion, I think it's wonderful for anyone to learn. So to be able to see other people light up with this passion is just really enjoyable.
Oh, I love that. I can see you guys lighting up right now.
They're just like,
yes!
I love it. Where were you guys when I was in high school doing math?
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Do you tutor other learners at your school as well?
Yeah.
You do. You help them out,
Yeah.
don't you? You
That's
have
beautiful.
to. Some of us struggle with some maths, you know what I'm saying?
100%. And just, Ellen, what would you say, or how to encourage teachers, parents as well, other students who want to refine their math knowledge and skills? Because also today we are celebrating World Brain Day.
That's true.
Would you also say that this is one way of, you know, exercising that brain muscle?
Well, yeah, I think it's always very good to try puzzles and stuff and to always be working on new problems. And like I said, it's good to sit with a problem and to struggle with it in order to grow your brain and develop. And that's a lot of what the Olympiad questions are, because you do have to sit with them. But then also things like puzzles, like Wordle even, just to do that every day, because it is something that you're testing yourself with.
That's true.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a more approachable thing that I can take on day to day. And then I'll reach your guys' side. But well done once again. Incredible work. And thank you for representing South Africa on such a beautiful international scale. From Ivory Coast to the rest of the world. I can't wait. But our Olympiads aren't going anywhere. They're going to help us crack a code in just a little bit. But also you can weigh in. Remember, at Expresso Show is where you find our riddle for the day. And we would love to know what you have to say about it.
Good morning, South Africa. My name's Clem Pedro, and welcome to the Coloring Hotline Bling! It's Wednesday, and today we're putting brain health on the menu. Supporting memory, focus, and long-term well-being does not need to be expensive or unrealistic entertaining plans. Joining us is Cape Town-based registered dietitian Tessa Hill, whose practical, evidence-based approach is all about making healthy eating achievable, enjoyable, and affordable. Now, if you have any questions this morning, if you have any questions for myself or for Tessa, please do send us a WhatsApp voice note on 063-036-9649. Kicking off, we're starting off with overnight oats. Welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you.
You and I were talking about overnight oats. We love overnight oats.
Yes, I was saying I have some in my bag right now, so.
I have a supply at home in the fridge right now. We love overnight oats. Can you talk us through your amazing recipe this morning?
Yes, yeah. Oh, it's actually really, really simple. But I mean, as you can tell, like the main ingredient is rolled oats. As mentioned before, it's such a great high fiber, but like low GI. So meaning like you get a lot of good energy supplied to the brain, lots of good nutrients, good for the gut, feeds the, gut-brain axis too, and it's super cost effective.
It really is. Yeah. And it defies trends because it goes like, it's on trend, then it's not on trend.
Yeah.
Oats doesn't matter.
Just there,
it's always there.
Exactly.
So nothing fancy. We're using gewone rolled oats.
I mean, even if you don't have the rolled oats, you can use like quick cook oats as well. I mean, anything goes. Obviously, not going for the flavored ones, so avoid the sachets and things like that too. So am I going to go today?
I'm your sous chef. You tell me what to do.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, and what's really great about the recipe is you can do it the night before. You can even batch cook as well. You were mentioning that you guys make it for like the whole week for your family.
Yeah. I make it on a Sunday, and today I know I have to make a new batch. I'll make it that it lasts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Perfect.
Because you can prepare. That's what I love the most about it, is the fact that it saves you time, and then you're also healthy at the same time.
Exactly. I mean, and this is the whole point. I think a lot of us skip breakfast in the morning because we don't have time, or you think it's too much effort to make something. But if you can grab and go, why not?
Easy peasy, why not?
You're only making it easier for yourself. So rolled oats obviously is the base of the recipe, and then we're going to add some healthy omega-3 fats. So that's also really good for the brain and also good for the gut. So a big fan favorite is chia seeds. I'm actually just going to throw all of those in there because you can never not have enough. And then an ingredient that most of us don't often use is flax seeds, but I prefer the powder when it comes to rolled oats because it's going to obviously be able to just kind of dissolve and mix a little bit more efficiently in the recipe too. Also a really good omega-3 rich type of seed to add in as well. And it's a bit underrated. It's also actually really rich in protein too.
Okay.
It's a really, really nice little benefit just to bump the protein up of the recipe as well. So I generally always kind of mix all the dry ingredients first and I put the wet in as well. We've got a little bit of vanilla bean kind of powder, is it?
Which I think is amazing. We're really good to use vanilla bean.
But vanilla
powder,
essence also can work. That's also lovely, kind of just for a nice flavor addition. It kind of works with most fruit, right? Which we're going to add at the end too. We've also got a little bit of extra cinnamon. So again, just a fantastic antioxidant as well, and it pretty much goes with what we were talking about, apples or berries.
Everything. And it also stimulates your appetite, the same as vanilla, which I really, really love.
Okay, yeah, no, it's great. So I just kind of mix anything, but I mean, you're absolutely happy to go with extras or less, and if you don't like certain seeds or if you even want to add anything more, then you absolutely can. And then the idea is just to kind of get enough mixed liquid in to just make sure that you can pre-soak everything so that at least everything gets covered. You can decide whichever milk you want to use, if it's obviously dairy milk or non-dairy if you're more kind of plant-based. I sometimes even go about half milk, half water if I find that it's too rich for myself. And then if you want, just for a bit of extra sweetness, you can always just add a little bit of extra honey.
Oh, nice. We always talk about omega-3s, and that's because, if I'm not mistaken, our bodies can't produce omega-3, so we're always looking for ways to supplement omega-3.
Yes.
We've mentioned the fact that we're using flax seeds today. Where else would we find omega-3s?
So the chia seeds are also a really great source of omega-3s. You do have to remember, though, chia and flax, walnuts, for instance, also, they are plant-based omega-3s. So they come in a different form called ALA. And the thing is that your body still has to convert that into your two other forms called EPA and DHA. Those are the essential kind of forms that you need because our bodies don't produce it. We have to have it from our meals. So So that's generally, and then obviously we'll do a little bit recipe later on showing that omega-3s also come from our oily fish.
My favorite. There we go. So this goes to the fridge. How long do you set it for?
So again, because you're kind of prepping it overnight, you could literally just leave it in the fridge overnight. I mean, otherwise I'd probably do about a minimum of 4 hours. You can even add a dollop of yogurt if you'd like to kind of make it a bit thicker as well. But you kind of just want to make sure that everything's always covered. At this stage, you can add your fruit. Then you obviously get more sweetness, but we can also, like we're going to do today.
That's right.
You've got the
Absolutely.
skills,
Okay, so let's go.
You can make it beautiful.
So this is our oats that's soaked overnight.
Yes, with all the ingredients that we already mentioned.
And I find that it's so, like, I want to say nutrient dense. You never need, like, a lot.
No,
so that's
no.
cool.
But remember also, like, your fiber, you're getting fiber from your oats, your chia seeds, and your flax, and then obviously your fruit on top. And, you know, you don't have too much fiber for your first meal. You kind of want to be able to spread it throughout the day. So
There we go. Unless you're dairy.
Beautiful.
And I like that the fruit's actually frozen.
Yes.
I've got this thing about frozen and warm-ish or set foods.
Okay.
So that texture between
Yes.
frozen is really, really amazing. And I can imagine if you think summer, this as a breakfast for summer.
Divide.
Oh, I'm at a Cape Town restaurant. 1,000 rand. 1,000 rand.
Wild, yeah.
It could
And I
be-
mean, and what's great thing about using frozen as well is that it's accessible all year round, and it's often a lot cheaper. But also, a lot of people don't realize that the nutrition is actually, or like the nutrients, the nutrition of the berry is actually much higher in value than when it is when you're just buying it like off the cold shelf at the supermarket, because you've got to remember when they freeze the fruit, it's frozen at its max nutrient value. But if you're kind of taking it kind of room temperature, it's been transported, goes through all the different cold chains. So by the time it actually hits the shops and into your fridge, it's been 5 or 6 days exposed to heat and light and temperature. So frozen's actually, to be honest, the way to go.
And convenient. I absolutely love it. So this is recipe number 1. What's our next
It's
recipe?
delicious. It's going to be I think the sardines toast.
Sign me up. We'll be right back. Well, let's do a little tasting first.
Go for it.
The frozen strawberry. Listen, I am going to eat all of this.
Yeah, go for it. It's a great, fantastic breakfast.
So delicious. And I'm going to finish this in time to be ready for our sardine toast. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Do not go anywhere. We'll be back with more Culinary Hotline Bling. Let me have my breakfast.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thanks for joining us this morning. Listen, I'm a little bit nervous about what's about to ensue, but I'm prepared in a way because I know that I've got you behind me in Mzansi. In honor of World Brain Day, let's put our brains to the test with a quick challenge inspired by the kind of creative thinking that mathematicians use. And our guests are still with us this morning. We've got Ruth as well as Aiden and Ellen, and they are going to be our Math Olympians for today, giving us a puzzle, a quiz, a test of our brains on national TV. You know what? We've got this. Guys, thanks for still being here. What have we got going here? You said chocolate. I said sign me up immediately.
Yeah, so this isn't anything you have to be worried about.
Okay.
We have a grid here, and this we can see this as a chocolate. And who doesn't like eating chocolate in the morning? Okay. So we're going to be playing a game with this slab of chocolate here. We've got 64 blocks, 8 blocks by 8 blocks. And we're going to be taking turns, taking bites out of this chocolate. So the way a bite works, let's say I want to choose this block here, and I want to take a bite from here. That means I eat this block, everything above it, and everything to the right of it. So all these blocks are eaten. So I take a bite out of the chocolate from here. And then let's say the next person, you take a bite.
Do you need a different color?
Yeah, let me take a different color here.
Chunk over here.
You choose to take a bite from here, for example. So then you eat everything that's here.
Okay.
So we're going to take turns taking bites out of the chocolate like this, but there's a catch. This bottom left square here, we don't want to eat that. We're saving it for a friend.
Okay.
Okay, so if you eat the bottom left square, you lose.
Okay.
And we're just going to take turns eating this chocolate until there's only one square left, or someone eats this square and they lose.
Wait, so what is the objective? Are we just trying to get there?
We're just hungry. We want some chocolates, but we
Okay.
don't want to eat the friend's chocolates.
Okay.
But if you're forced to eat the friend's square, you lose the game.
So if I do something over here, then
Yeah.
is it up and like and in that section?
Exactly.
Okay.
If there's a move here, then all these squares get eaten.
Oh. Well, I think that Ellen and Ruth would love to play along. So let me see you guys demonstrate this first. And then I'll jump in and eat my piece of chocolate. Or maybe I'm the friend whose last piece I'm waiting for. All right, go for it.
Go.
Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna eat these pieces.
Let me eat.
Ooh, she's hungry.
Okay, I'm gonna eat these pieces.
Ooh, risky.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna eat.
Oh no, I have to eat the friend's piece.
Okay, so you lost.
Yeah.
Okay, there is a winner and a loser in this. All right, Aiden, did you try?
Okay, so I want to warn you beforehand
Oh, Lord.
that there's a trick
Another
to this game.
rule.
There is
Okay,
a trick
tell
to this
me.
game. So there's a way for if I play first now, there's a way for me, there's a strategy for me to use where I can win the game every time.
Oh.
So I'm just going to warn you beforehand.
That you're about to apply the strategy.
Yes,
All
yes.
right, so
So-
prepare to lose is what he's telling me to do.
My first move will be to place
No.
in this square here.
Come on.
Okay, so now we just have this last column and this
He's
row
messing
here.
with a pregnant girl who all I want to do is eat chocolate, and you've just eaten the entire chocolate. How dare you? Where do I go?
So you have the,
somewhere at the bottom here.
yeah, you either this row or somewhere in this column.
Somewhere in
That's
this
what's
column.
left here.
But I would have to go closest to here, and then eat that and that. But then you,
Now it's just this column left for me.
right?
Here. I want to play here. The strategy is here for in general. Wherever you play in this row, I'm going to mirror that.
Yes.
So I'm going to use symmetry and play in the corresponding square in the column. So since you played in the second square here, I'll play in the second square up here.
And you'll go that way.
Take this.
Okay. And that last block of chocolates, it'll be selfish of me to eat it. So now I've got to split it between our three Math Olympians. Please can we give them a feel good handshake once again? Well done, guys. That was incredible. I might take this game with me for Christmas this year and just see the family fighting, all right? But you've done such an incredible job once again, and we can't wait to see what's next for you. For now, the bragging rights, right? Go back to school and just say, that's me. I am him. I am her. We're allowed to see it. Ruth, Ellen, and Aiden, thank you for joining us this morning. Right now, though, we're approaching the top of the hour, which means, of course, we've got to update you with our national news headlines.
Well done, Kai. I'm so proud of you and truly inspired by these incredible young superstars. Right now, though, it's just a minute before 7 p.m. Let's get into 7 p.m., 7 a.m., child. Let's get into the news headlines. Starting off with our national news, Public Works Minister Dean McPherson has ordered an investigation into 6,238 state-owned homes occupied by government officials. He says the review will determine whether the properties still serve a legitimate public purpose, as many occupants already receive housing benefits. KwaZulu-Natal has the highest number of identified properties, followed by the Western Cape and Gauteng. The department spent 39.6 million rand on maintenance last year. A report has been requested within 30 days to identify properties that could be sold to reduce government expenditure. National Treasury has secured a $1.5 billion development assistance loan from the World Bank to support infrastructure projects aimed at boosting inclusive economic growth. Treasury says improved infrastructure is essential to tackling low economic growth and high unemployment by creating conditions for more jobs. It says the loans form part of its long-term borrowing strategy and offers favorable interest rates and flexible repayment terms, helping to keep financing affordable while limiting the country's debt burden. We now move to international news. 2 oil tankers carrying Saudi crude to Asia have reversed course in the Red Sea after Yemen's Houthi rebels threatened to target ships loading or unloading Saudi oil. The move marks the first confirmed disruption to commercial tanker routes since the Houthis announced a naval blockade on Saudi Arabia. U.S. President Donald Trump has warned the group against closing the Bab al-Mandeb shipping route, saying the United States would respond if it did. Analysts warn the conflict could further disrupt global energy supplies. Bringing it back to the African continent, Africa has recorded early signs of progress in the fight against hunger, with several countries beginning to reverse years of worsening food insecurity. A new United Nations report says global hunger declined for a 3rd consecutive year in 2025, with improvements recorded across every continent for the first time. Despite the encouraging trend, Africa remains the world's hardest hit region, with 309 million people undernourished, about 1 in every 5 Africans. The UN warns that climate shocks and geopolitical tensions could still undermine recent gains. And right now, a story that's going to put a smile on your face. A simple rooster has become the unlikely hero of an extraordinary fundraising effort in Alabama in the U.S. after helping raise more than $5,300 for a family whose baby boy is battling serious heart complications. Donated at a local livestock auction, the rooster was bought, then immediately donated back for auction time and time again. More than 10 rounds of bidding transformed a $70 bird into a powerful symbol of compassion and community spirit. The generosity has brought hope to the family, with baby Brantley now off a ventilator and continuing his recovery. It is another heartwarming reminder that kindness can still make a life-changing difference. Truly a beautiful way to wrap up our 7 o'clock news. Let's dive into the sports. Here's Car.
Well, thank you, beautiful Kuhle. Let's dive straight into your world of sports, starting out, of course, with some footy. On the football side, Orlando Pirates suffered their first defeat of the European pre-season tour, going down 3-2 at Saudi Pro League side Al Ittihad. Now, Talente Mbata and Yanele Mbutumo were on target for the Buccaneers, while Yusuf N. Nasiri, Musa Diaby, as well as George Inikena scored for the Saudi side. Meanwhile, Mamelodi Sundowns were held to a 1-1 draw by German outfit Hertha Berlin in Austria. Turning our eyes to athletics now, where South Africa's sprint star Bayanda Walaza stormed to victory in the men's 100 meters at the 61st Typos meeting out in Slovakia. Now, Walaza clocked a sensational 9.89 seconds to win the race and set a new meeting record. Well done to him. Jamaica's Akeem Blake finished second in 10.04 seconds, while Canadian Olympian champion Andre de Grassi was third in 10.05 seconds. And now to shine a spotlight on our women in hockey. The South African women hockey team moved up 2-0 up in their 4-match test series against Namibia with another solid performance in Cape Town. Now, Hannah Pierce opened the scoring before Kayla Duval doubled the lead in the second half to seal a 2-0 victory. South Africa will be eyeing a series win with the third match series taking place tomorrow, and we'll definitely keep our eyes on that one. Closing off with some cycling updates with Remco Evenepoel, who claimed his second consecutive stage victory out at the Tour de France after producing a dominant ride in yesterday's individual time trial. Now, the Belgian finished 28 seconds ahead of race leader Tadej Pogačar to cut into the Slovenian's overall advantage. Today, though, the riders face that flat 174-kilometer stage 17 from Chambéry to Vohon. And that's where we close up your sports. Let's have a look at your traffic for the first time this morning. Well, to the roads we go out in Gauteng. Let's start with Waterkloof, where an accident has been reported on the N1 southbound before the Rigel Drive. Now, the right lane is currently closed and motorists are advised to approach that area with caution and, of course, drive carefully as you get there. Moving into Cape Town now in Plattekloof, traffic is currently backed up on the N7 south of the N1 inbound ramp as congestion builds. Now, daily commuters heading out can expect delays and should allow for that extra travel time. In fact, everybody should, as it is school back to normal. So we do wish you all the best as you take on the traffic. For now, let's see how we can prep you when it comes to your weather. First and foremost, in Polokwane, you're in for a sun-filled day today. Now, your temperatures start from a low of 6 degrees and rises to a greater high of 25. As we look ahead, sunny skies continue to dominate, staying clear of any rain, with pleasantly warm daytime highs maxing at 26 degrees. Well, that does bring us to Klerksdorp. On your side, mostly cloudy skies will take over your day today. Your temperatures will range between a cold 9 and a warmer high of 25. As for the coming days, remain mostly sunny. There are some passing clouds here and there, but your daytime highs still remain pleasantly warm. Pretoria, on your side of town, expect plenty of sunshine throughout your Wednesday. Temperatures range between a low of 9 and a high of 24. Now, as we look ahead, sun-filled skies are here to stay clear of any rain, with tomorrow's temperatures staying much the same as today. From Pretoria, we move further into Gauteng, into Johannesburg, with mostly sunny skies that's set to dominate your day today. Your temperatures, well, they'll range between a cool 8 and a warming high of 21. Moving into the week, daytime highs will range from the upper teens to those low 20s, with skies remaining predominantly sunny throughout. All right, Mbombela, on your side of town, today's forecast calls for sunny skies with some lingering clouds here and there. Now, a chilly 11 start gives way to a warmer high, sitting at 25 as your max. Tomorrow welcomes sunny skies with temperatures ranging from a low of 12 to a high of 27, and it does remain clear of any rain. And then out in the beautiful Bloemfontein, partly cloudy skies will persist throughout your day today. Temperatures sit between a cold 7 and a high of 24. The week ahead ushers in mostly sunny skies. There will be some passing clouds while temperatures settle at 19 degrees for the next 2 days. And then out in Richards Bay, a cloudy start will turn sunny by midday today. Temperatures will range between a cool 17 and a more comfortable 27 degrees. Now, partly cloudy skies will turn sunny tomorrow with comfortably warm temperatures, and that will range between 18 and 27. And then in Durban we go. Today will be dominated by partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures will rise from a low of 14 degrees to that high sitting at 26. As for the coming days, it does remain mostly sunny with temperatures reaching 23 degrees tomorrow and 22 by Friday, held consistently into Saturday. Mthatha, on your side, it's mostly cloudy skies that can be expected throughout your Wednesday. Your temperatures, well, they'll range between a cold 8-degree start, but then rise to 29. Our partly cloudy skies take over the next 2 days, with tomorrow's temperatures ranging from a chilly 7 to a daytime high sitting at 23. In Uba, on your side, partly cloudy skies set the stage for a very pleasant day ahead. Your temperatures move between a biting 7 to a high sitting at 26. Now, sun-filled skies with lingering clouds dominate your forecast, with temperatures remaining pleasantly warm throughout. Gogompo City, on your side of town, today you'll look up to some partly cloudy skies. Your temperatures will start at a brisk 13 before warming up to a high of 23. Now, the next 2 days remain partly cloudy and humid, with a 15% chance of rain tomorrow, and that does increase to 25% by Friday. Ebeka, out in GQ, dry conditions will persist, with partly cloudy skies to be expected. Temperatures start from a chilly 10 and then doubles to a daytime high of 20. As we move into the week, sunny conditions turn cloudy by tomorrow. There is a 25% chance of rain on Thursday, and then that does also remain till Friday. Into the gorgeous George next, where morning clouds will clear to bright sunny skies by this afternoon. Temperatures will range from a cool 8 to a high of 17. Now, the outlook for the week remains partly cloudy with cool, pleasant temperatures. There is a 55% chance of rain tomorrow that you can brace yourself for. And then out in Cape Town, you can expect partly cloudy conditions for most of your day today. Temperatures remain chilly between 11 and 26, or at least 16 degrees. Looking ahead, tomorrow brings you cloudy skies with a rain chance at 75%, while temperatures move between 10 and 15. Well, that brings us to Sutherland next, with a mostly sunny day that lies ahead for you today. Temperatures range from a biting minus 2 degrees to a high of 16. Heading into the next 2 days, partly cloudy skies do take over, with temperatures reaching 12 degrees, but that start of 0 is definitely going to wake you up. Kimberley, on your side, partly cloudy skies are set to dominate with noticeable northerly winds coming through. Bit of a chilly start of 8 degrees, but that rises to a warmer high of 27. Now, tomorrow's outlook will be bright and sunny, with temperatures ranging between 1 and 22. Our final stop, of course, is Uppington, with partly cloudy skies that will dominate your forecast for today. Your temperatures will rise from a chilly 2 to a high of 23. Now, looking at the days ahead, it does remain mostly sunny and dry, with tomorrow's temperatures reaching a warm 20 degrees, making it the lowest high of the week. Well, that's a wrap of your temperatures across the country for 7 o'clock, and we'll definitely see what's happening at 8. But for now, though, to just kickstart the second hour of your Feel Good Breakfast show, Babalwa from Kwazita out in the Eastern Cape sent this for you for us to absolutely eat up and enjoy. A gorgeous sunrise morning view over the highlands there, just saying a very big good morning to the rest of the country. Babalwa, thank you for doing us so incredibly proud. It's so good to see this day through your eyes. Now, we know that every single sunrise tells a story, and we can't wait to read yours. 8 o'clock is the last time for you to send it through to this number, 063-036-9649. But now, though, Kutle is standing by with somebody else that's equally gorgeous to let us know what's coming your way.
Oh my goodness, so much more feel goodness coming your way, namhlanje. We are celebrating World Brain Day, and we all know that one contributing factor to stress, in nerves, in lagi, is hustle culture. So we get into conversation about how we can detach from all of that. As you can see for yourself, we've got the oh so gorgeous registered psychological counselor, Ukumo Isaacs, who's going to jump into conversation with us. How excited are you for this conversation?
I'm very excited. I feel like our topic is so relevant, so needed. So looking forward to delving into it.
100%. So make sure that you keep it locked right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We will see you after this.
This July, every fuel stop could be twice as rewarding. Fill up at Shell, scan your Shell V Plus rewards card, and pay using your ABSA Visa card to unlock double rewards through Shell V Plus rewards and ABSA rewards. Enjoy up to 60% real cash back, plus up to R1 per litre with Shell V Plus rewards when using your ABSA Visa card, depending on your rewards tier. One fuel stop, 2 rewards programs. Double the rewards.
And we're back right here. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show on S3. Now, we've been talking about and hearing this term, hustle culture, a lot. I know it's mid-year, but we are feeling year-end fatigue.
Oh, really?
Because this fast-paced world, I mean, being busy has almost become a badge of honor. But at what cost, everybody? The truth is that always being switched on can take a real toll on your mental well-being and leave us heading straight towards burnout.
Oh my gosh, and we're going fast with no breaks whatsoever, which is why this morning we had to bring in somebody very special as part of Oh My Rust Time to Dip campaign. We're joined by registered psychological counselor Kumo Isaacs to unpack the impact of hustle culture and why taking intentional breaks isn't a luxury, it's an essential. So Kumo, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. It's good to be here.
Yo, hustle culture.
Listen, hustle.
The hustle don't sleep, they say.
No.
We missed that part. We hear this term all the time, but I want to know from your perspective, what does it actually mean to be and participate as part of hustle culture?
Hustle culture, as you know, is this buzzword, right? It's going around. I think it's the belief that we must always be constantly working, always be achieving something in order to feel successful, right? It's almost like this social proof that we are making a contribution, that we belong, that we are needed, right? But I think the one thing about hustle culture is that it's not always about working hard. It's about confusing activity with value. Because if we're really honest with ourselves, busy doesn't always mean that we're being effective in what we do, right? So the constant scrolling through social media, always feeling switched on, like you said, can have negative impacts on our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. And so I do think that we need to see hustle culture as something that needs to be redefined, how we work and whether we're actually working effectively or not. It's not the question, how busy am I, but rather, am I spending my energy on something that is actually meaningful?
That's a good question to take down to their head.
That's a beautiful way to put it, because we really do place our value in what we do, and that's how we define our personalities as well. Whereas it's like sometimes you just need to take a step back and remember who you are outside of everything around you.
And research has shown to us that this constant task switching can actually reduce our level of productivity. So we always see productivity being the opposite end to recovery, but we need recovery in order to be high functioning and performing well.
Functioning optimally as well, right?
Graham and I always say rest is productive. You got to remind yourself of that sometimes.
You perform at your best after resting, right?
That's right.
I mean, why is it so difficult for all of us to take a step back, take a break without feeling guilty?
Tell us, Kumo.
I mean, the guilt is such a real thing. I think we've internalized, like you mentioned, the value that we place is in what we produce rather than who we are. And I think that's where we've really missed the mark, right? And some people are more prone to experiencing burnout, so our high achievers, top performers, people that have this insecurity around whether I can actually take that 5 minutes or 10, feeling guilty that it feels like wasted time. It feels like I'm not being productive. But the trick with that is that the brain, when we've responded in stress response for long periods of time, the brain can actually keep acting as though there's a constant threat, right? So the brain doesn't always distinguish between psychological pressure and physical danger. And so if we're in constant cognitive overload, our brain can actually really work against us in the sense that we just do not become productive as we'd like to be.
It reminds me that boundaries are important as well for everybody, but especially for high-functioning individuals. We need the big B word. I know it's scary, but we need it. So what are some of those early emotional, mental, physical signs that we can pay attention to so we don't reach July and say, I'm done. Burnout has hit me.
I think the first thing to clarify is people often confuse burnout with feeling tired or exhausted. But burnout happens over time, and it's basically just feeling like you don't have capacity to engage with your life at all. Right, so some of the mental signs we see is just struggling to focus, making silly mistakes, not feeling like you can problem solve the way you normally would, right? But the biggest marker is often not being able to engage with your life meaningfully. So the things you used to enjoy doing are no longer something that you have capacity for, right? And so one of the things that we see there is that there's this emotional flatness rather than just feeling tired. Some people experience the physical symptoms like tension, headaches, constant feeling of being sick, like your immune system becomes quite compromised at that point. And you're just not feeling yourself. You are impatient with people you normally have patience for. And so it can affect your life across all different aspects. And so, like I said earlier, I think it really is having to not see productivity opposite to rest. They work hand in hand. They actually really need it, right? So I do think that when we have so much capacity to hold, we need the nervous system to reduce that pressure demand, right? But the signs are that we start to feel and function as though we cannot do our day-to-day anymore.
Listen, Kumo, we are tired of being on survival mode. I have a question for you. Is it possible for us to take really 5 minutes to 10 minutes and make a difference, actually?
Absolutely. I think intentional time, even if it's 5 minutes, right, can make such a big difference to our nervous system. Because the brain has had this constant overload and the stress response has been activated for so long, we tend to then struggle to negotiate whether time is something that we reward ourselves with instead of being part of our daily lives. And so I do think there's some people who like warm stuff like water or hot tea whenever they feel stressed. It is about how you as an individual actually rest. Because if your brain is not registering that as rest, then it is not experienced as that.
Oh, my goodness.
I think things like enjoying time with your loved one can actually be a reduced pressure on your nervous system. Like I said, there are warmers, people that like the hot tea. There are people that enjoy your textile, what I feel, what I touch. Some people just love movement, the kinesthetic, stretching, looking out the window, really enjoying things that bring your nervous system down to regulate.
And regulate it. Graham started this week saying my word for the week, regulate. Regulated. Yes. I love it. Kumo, you've been an absolute star. Come back soon, please.
Yes, please.
Because I think we all do need a reminder about that break. And I love that you said the opposite. What did you say? They don't work opposite each other?
Rest and productivity.
Yes, exactly. We need to work them together. So please enjoy your Omar Rusk. A powerful reminder that sometimes the most productive thing we can do is simply pause. So why not win with your office and all take a pause together with a real break? And you can win a share of 150,000 individually wrapped Omar Rusks. So all you have to do is head to omar.co.za, nominate your office, fill in the quick entry form, confirm your email, and then you're in.
Yes, just like that. Then all that's left to do is cross your fingers because your office could be the next in line for a delicious time to dip surprise. T's and C's do apply.
Officially unavailable for meeting activities. I'm on a break. Andre! I'm on a break!
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove Advanced Care with Pro Ceramide technology helps repair your skin barrier from this damage for visibly even-toned underarms. So, if you shave it, Dove it. Dove Advanced Care Antiperspirant helps repair skin from shaving damage.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back. I hope you're prepared for this fantastic chat right now. Now, he's one of South Africa's most celebrated performers and beyond, known for his sharp wit, also commanding stage presence and remarkable versatility. Stepping into the impeccably polished shoes of Agatha Christie's legendary Belgian detective, Hercule Poirot. Yes, he gave me a nod. That means I got it right this time. It's time to unravel one of the Queen of Crime's most famous mysteries, this time around the murder of Roger Ackroyd. Please welcome Alan Committee, everybody.
Très bien.
Wow. Yes, Alan, welcome back.
What a pleasure. It's always a delight to be here.
It's always so good to have you on our couch. Now, let's talk about Hercule Poirot.
Yes, the pronunciation was superb.
I've been practicing, I won't lie.
For months. She phoned me in November last year to get pronunciation on this. It's amazing.
Please, Alan. How do you...
Poirot. It's the r. There's a little bit of Malmesbury in there somewhere, I think.
I love to see the bre. So what drew you back to the character? I really need to know this.
Well, I grew up on Agatha Christie. My parents loved the murder mystery novels.
Right.
And they introduced it to me when I was quite young, kind of late primary school. And I started reading them. I didn't always understand them. And I would do a reread later in my life. But by standard 8, that was old school.
Grade
we used
10.
To have grade 10. I'd read all the Agatha Christies.
Sure.
And Murder of Roger Ackroyd, which this year is 100 years old, was written in 1926, is one of her most famous novels. Now, I can't go into the details as to why, because it's part of the reason why it is because the twist in the show. So if I talk about that...
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. So we can't do that. But you need to know it is a brilliant, brilliant novel, and it's acclaimed by those who love murder mysteries, not just Agatha Christie's, as one of the great twists in murder mystery novel writing.
Yeah.
And what we've had here is a brilliant new adaptation by an American man who did this about 2 years ago, accepted by the Christie estate, and is now being put out as a live performance. So we think this play captures the spirit of the book most accurately.
Well, this is what I was going to ask, because 100 years on in our world that we're living in now, how do you bring the relevance, the excitement?
Exactly. So the new adaptation means that the storytelling is in a modern way. It feels quite filmic. It's not... last year we did an Agatha Christie called Black Coffee, you'll recall.
Yeah.
And that was slightly more old-fashioned in its storytelling, and it was written by Agatha Christie herself. This, as I said, was written about 25, 26 months ago. It feels fresh. It's got a modern aesthetic and the brilliant design and the lighting. Yeah. And then I'm surrounded by these amazing actors, old school actors, Russell Savadier and Graham Hopkins and Louis Sinclair and Michael Richards. These are guys who've been around for 600 years plus.
I think that makes sense.
I think I might be over, but they're quite old. And
they don't want to hear that.
They should hear it. They can't hear it. They're old.
He said it, not me.
But they are brilliant, and it's fun to be on stage with them. And it means that the stagecraft is fun. And for an actor like me who grew up idolizing some of these performers, to share a stage with them is just a delight every night.
Oh, my goodness. Are you ever, like, awestruck?
Sometimes.
So what's my line again?
Well, that's not awestruck. That's just bad memory. But it is. It's fun to play, and we're having fun on stage.
Yeah.
The thing about these murder mysteries is you've got to be very specific. Every inflection, every action should be a clue or a red herring to the audience. It's either something that's going to help them or something that's going to flummox them.
Yeah.
And so you get to play that. But also, because of who these actors are, you get to have a bit of fun on stage. And I see the little twinkle in their eyes, and I know tonight we're going this direction.
Oh, I love that. I mean, as an actor, that excites you as well.
100%.
Doesn't have to be the same thing all the time. Okay, so we don't want spoilers.
Right.
But maybe we do want spoilers.
Well,
what do you think the audiences will be surprised by or take away from? Is it an engaging thing?
It is. One of the delights of watching an Agatha Christie play is that you're watching a play as you would in any theatre, but in this instance, you're also working out the play. And so what's lovely is hearing the chatter from people who, like the stage manager will come back and say, the interval, people are standing in groups and laying bets and saying, I think I know. Did you notice that she did that when he was looking there? And so it does become interactive while you're watching it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the gasps and the surprises when the murderer is revealed.
Oh, my goodness. I love it. There's been such a huge surge of these murder mystery movies.
Correct.
Like that Onion movie that came out as well.
100%.
I think people are really curious and interested in something
Agatha
different.
Christie has been revived, and this is one of the reasons. In the last 20 years, there have been numerous TV adaptations and films. Of course, Kenneth Branagh started playing Hercule Poirot. He did 3 movies. And so there's for a new audience, it's an exposure to the Agatha Christie novels. They might be old in the sense that they were written, in the 30s, 40s and 50s, but the stories, they still hold
It's a
up.
classic.
A good plot is still a good plot.
That's right.
And I want to tell you how far I've gone. Not only did I grow this magnificent moustache.
It's so good.
Get me on a camera here. Wait for it. I shaved my head so that I could look like the egghead that
It's the
Hercule Poirot is.
commitment.
It is the commitment. And so once a week I have to visit a barber and he gives me the closest shave. And it's a lot of fun. It's not the only place I shave, but I don't want to go into details.
It's a family show.
It's a family show, for heaven's sakes.
So when you go grocery shopping, is the hat on? Or?
I sometimes forget. I went to a local store in my area where people kind of know me, and I forgot my hat. I thought, why are they staring at me so weirdly?
Oh, you look different, Alan.
Correct. And I thought maybe it's just a butternut. Then I realized I look like the butternut.
You look like it.
Doesn't matter.
So who is this play for? Who should be booking seats? Whose bum should be on the
good question. Everybody's. The nice thing about a show like this is it's for your grandparents and your grandchildren. I think we've got an age restriction of 12 up, and the 12 is only because it's quite a wordy play, and maybe the kids won't have the attention span. But really, we've had a huge array and a widespread of ages, and all of them loving it.
Oh my gosh!
And we're off to a great start. We're starting week 2 now, and week 1 was sold out. And week 2, I can tell you, the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are gone. We've got tickets for tonight and tomorrow, and then we've got 4 more weeks left.
Oh my gosh!
Before we move off to Joburg to Monte Cassino Theatre.
Web tickets. Webtickets.co.za for those final 3 that are left behind. Please gather your friends, gather your family. You've got, the genius that is Alan Committee takes to the stage. It's you. Wait, show them the heading. The genius that is Alan Committee joins us on the theatre stage. Webtickets.co.za is where you get it. Joburg, I can't wait for you to enjoy the goodness of this. Cape Town, you did your thing. Well done for the sold-out shows, and well done to you. Thank you, Alan.
Pleasure.
Incredible conversations, you guys. Thank you so much, Ellen, for joining us this morning. Now, you at home, if you are looking for an inspiring movie night, we've got just the competition for you. We're giving away 6 double tickets to see the brand new South African film, Angels. They are amongst us at Ster-Kinekor or New Metro. The film follows Paul Taylor, a broken man who takes a teaching post at a reform school only to experience the supernatural reality of ministering angels. The tickets are valid for screenings on the 24th, 25th or 26th of July. So you'll have the chance to choose your preferred cinema and screening date. To enter is very simple. Head over to the Expresso social media pages, complete the Google entry form and answer this question. Who has been your guardian angel in life and why? That's such a heartwarming question. And while you're there, make sure you're following Angels. They are amongst us on social media. Entries close on Wednesday, the 22nd of July today, and terms and conditions can be found on the Expresso website. So don't miss your chance to experience this heartfelt story of faith, hope, and second chances. Okwangoku masitshintsha magiya. Je sithi umphefumulo kancinci. We will see you after this. of Mzansi, welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show here on S3. We are celebrating World Brain Day, okay? It celebrates the power of human potential, curiosity and discovery, reminding us that what people can achieve when they're given the opportunity to learn and explore.
Oh, and learn and explore she did. Now, former NASA astronaut Dottie Metcalf-Lindenberg joins us during her South African visit to reflect on her remarkable journey into space and why inspiring young minds remains her greatest mission today. Dottie, welcome and thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I am just like in awe.
Same.
Wow.
I was just like, is space a real thing?
Is it? Confirm it with us today.
Absolutely. I went around the Earth several hundred times.
So you can say
I got
for sure.
to see South Africa before I got to visit South Africa.
My goodness. And we look good from afar, right?
You do. It's a beautiful country.
I love that. Now, Dottie, please take us back to the genesis of your career, right? Before, you know, traveling space and making your laps around the Earth.
Yeah.
How you were a science teacher, rather.
Ooh, it's
How
true.
did you know that space would be a part of your story?
Yeah, well, I became inspired by space because of a role model that was really significant, Sally Ride. I was a third grader, so about 10 years old, when she flew in space. And in watching that, and then going to museums and planetariums, and my own teachers that inspired me, my parents who are both educators. So yeah, 1983 is kind of the beginning of a dream. But like I talked to the students just even yesterday here in South Africa, I talked to students about, it's great to have a dream, but then you have to have a plan, right? And plans are going to change, and they never end up, my own story doesn't go the way that I expected, but you have to start somewhere. And it was when I was 15 years old, I went to a space camp in Alabama where I literally learned over a course of a week all the different things that you need to understand to work at a space agency, and to kind of see the steps of definitely, you know, what do you study in high school, then into college, then advanced degrees and things like that. The teaching part was not ever part of my plan, but when I became a teacher, I of course taught science and astronomy, and I had a curious student in my astronomy class that wanted to know, how do you go to the bathroom in space? Such an important engineering question, right? If we can't get that right, it's going to be a very uncomfortable long trip.
For everybody.
For everyone. And so you know, I didn't know. And I think it's really important to tell students sometimes we don't know. That's a great question. So I went and looked it up because it made me curious. And in looking up and finding out the answer, this is a very common question that astronauts get asked all the time.
Please tell me you'll answer it today.
Yeah, I'll answer it for you later. But in answering that question, it was on the NASA website, and so NASA advertised that they were hiring teachers as part of the class of 2004. So that brought like my dream and my plan that didn't go the way I thought it brought that opportunity for me to apply to become an astronaut.
In its time as well. No, I love that. Okay, you're going to have to now dispel the myth about astronauts going to the bathroom. How does it work? How does it happen? Because the last mission that we heard, there was actually a problem with the bathroom.
That's correct, yes. And it was,
That's
that was
the only
in
thing
the
I
line.
remember.
Oh, of course. I mean, again, plumbing is significant, right? We all need to do this. And their toilet worked a lot like the space shuttle toilet. So their plumbing was really the pipe got frozen. Everything was working inside. It just couldn't get out. So we vent urine overboard, and it literally becomes like space dust. And it looks really pretty, little icy stars before it dissipates.
We think it's a shooting star.
Meanwhile, urination station.
The solid waste doesn't do that. But for the urine, it's really important. Every crew member, at least on a space shuttle, had their own funnel that attached to a hose, and the hose, just like a vacuum cleaner, sucks the urine down into a tank. That tank fills, and at some point you have to vent it overboard. And so in Artemis 2, it just didn't vent after a while. It was working for a while, and then it didn't work when it got too cold. For the solid waste, it's in a different compartment. And it literally on the space shuttle, it came home with us.
You know what?
And on the space station, it goes into, I like to tell students, it goes into these little bags that build up into a kind of a vat, a silver vat, and then that becomes space dust too, because it gets burned up in the either a Progress vehicle or whatever vehicle is burning up.
Fascinating things we're learning today.
Yeah, so there you go. That's how you go to the bathroom.
And I love on Artemis, it was a woman that figured it it out because we're here for women in STEM. I'm here for it, exactly. But speaking about women, I mean, 4 women were in space at the same time along with you. Do you realize the significance of what was happening as it was happening with the space shuttle?
Actually, I didn't, but thankfully my commander did, and this wasn't planned. So often in space, our missions move schedule-wise because of something happening with the event before, and you saw that with Artemis before it got to launch. Went out in February, didn't get to go, goes in April. Similar for us. So my friend Tracy Caldwell-Dyson, she was not supposed to be on orbit, but then she went to orbit on a Soyuz vehicle. So she was already at the space station when we docked to the space station with myself, Stephanie Wilson, and Naoko Yamazaki. And when we floated in, then of course we set this record, and it's now been equaled 3 times, or 2 more times, so 3 times total. But we weren't trying to. And I think that's the important piece, right? Like, you go from me as a little girl in 1983, first American woman, not first woman, that's Valentina Tereshkova, but first American woman, to suddenly I'm part of a crew that's setting this record, but we're not intentionally set it. We're just doing better at hiring people of like all backgrounds, right? And so I didn't really think about the significance until I came back and started talking to audiences. And people really responded to this all women, or not all women, we weren't an all women's crew, but these 4 women in space. And then I thought about it, I'm like, well, yes, of course, right? Like, it's taken progress, it's taken lots of work, it's encouraging all young people to follow their dream, but reminding women that you are welcome here too. And so that's when it really dawned on me the true significance.
That's so beautiful. Before we let you go, Dottie, I do want to know, you know, for a young South African child watching right now who also wants to see themselves in your shoes, where should they start?
Yes, well, I am so excited to hear that with the South African Space Agency, they have announced that they are having an astronaut crew. So what I've been telling the young people that I started talking to yesterday, and I'll continue for the next couple of weeks, is you are doing the right thing. You're setting this foundation, and then join the clubs. And earlier we heard from the math students that were in the lab. Be a part of those clubs. Do the things that are hard, but that are worthwhile, and they set a good foundation, and then they set you up for the success later. So they're at the right stage, and I hope I see some of them going to Mars. I told them I want to go hear their talks in the future. So, and if there's young people that want to hear, I'm here this week. In fact, I'm speaking tomorrow evening, and also on August 3rd back here in Cape Town, and we'd love to have all those kids come out. So.
Dottie, thank you for joining us this morning. I am inspired. I feel like I'm just surrounded by significance and history and what the future of space exploration looks like, and even the current in South Africa right now. So thank you for sharing your story.
Thank
we'll, of
you.
course, keep all those details up on our socials and do a little after-school chat with her in just a little bit. But now that we head into the kitchen to find out exactly how on this earth we can take care of our brain health.
Welcome back to the kitchen. Not just any kitchen segment. It's the Calorie Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting. Now, in part 1, we had the most amazing overnight oats prepared, and part 2 is going to promise to be even better as we come through with a healthy dose of omega-3 as we prepare some sardine toast. Tessa's still in the kitchen with us this morning, so if you have any questions for myself or for Tessa, please let us know on that WhatsApp magic voice note number 063 036 9649. We actually have a voice note already.
Cool.
Patricia, let's hear what Patricia has to say.
Hi, I'm Patricia from Polokwane, and I wanted to ask, is the oil in the sardine can healthy, or must I drain it?
Let's just stop right there. Let's talk about the oil that you get in the can in general.
That's a good one.
Tuna is something that people buy a lot. So we will answer the question about the sardines.
Sure.
Sorry for hijacking your question to Patricia, but the tuna's question as well. Brine versus the oil, what should we be looking for?
Ideally, if you can, always find it in brine, just because you want to minimize any kind of oil that you get from a product. But it's not always possible. So specifically with your oily fish, we do tend to see that from a preservation point of view. It's always generally in oil. You can't completely get away from it, but I do encourage us to drain it out as much as you can. I think that's better because you're getting enough fat from the fish itself. Why not? You don't want to get the extras from the oil too.
So if you're in the store and you're looking at the shelves and there's only the sardines or only the tuna and oil,
it's not a problem.
Not a problem. Don't walk away. Just like rinse it maybe, or
rinse
drain
it.
as much of it as possible. Today our sardines are in oil.
They were oil, yeah.
What's also nice is you can find, you pay a little bit of a premium when you find the sardines in olive oil.
Oh yeah, that's a treat.
But I mean, you're going to pay a little more for it though. Today we got the beautiful sardines. Ours were in oil and we drained it.
Yes.
So we're making sardine toast. Can I tell you, it's weird. Like overnight oats, we're doing that.
Yeah.
My pantry right now, collection of tinned fish is amazing.
Are you the one who's stealing all the sardines?
Yes, it's me, causing a national crisis.
I know,
But because we love it and it's so good. I feel like there's so much nutrients you get out of it. This humble little fish. How are we going to use it today?
So, I mean, a bit of a cheat way that I often do is instead of using tuna for tuna mayo, I use sardines.
Yes.
Sardines, like a sardine mayo. But you can also keep them whole. You can put a little bit of toast. We've got some bit of Greek yogurt and some mayo today, salt and pepper, and then some garnishes as well. So we can maybe do a bit of both. So do a bit of mashed version and then like a whole version too.
And we can also like decorate the top with a fillet.
Yes,
there we
exactly.
go. So I'm going to take our fillet out now already.
Cool. So and I think what's sometimes nice about the mashed version is that because we know that sardines contain very fine little bones.
I'm so interested to see what you're going to say now.
So many people really don't enjoy it, but I really encourage to eat them because they're full of calcium.
Eat the bones! It's so soft.
Yeah,
and I'm going to get the calcium.
Yes, I mean, why not 2 for 1, right? Healthy omega-3s as well getting extra calcium too.
There we go.
And you even find, like on a side note, pilchards sometimes come in like the canned tomatoes. The tomatoes are super rich in lycopene, and vitamin C. So like you're such a nutrient-dense nutrition in a little tin. I mean, and it's so cost effective.
There we go. And lycopene's good for your skin.
Yeah.
There we go. This is the bone we're talking about.
Yeah.
And like, it's controversial, but I want to show you how soft it is. It's like
soft.
with your finger.
Yeah.
Done.
But I mean, look, I totally understand people have texture and sensitivities and what we call fussy eating. So
get over it.
Just try and mash it if you can. For instance, did you keep one or two?
I got the fillet. There we go.
Perfect. Right. So what's really nice is sardines are great, but you can also use tinned middle cut, which is mackerel. You can even use pilchards for this recipe. So it's really, really. It's just really, really simple to use. And again, garnishing, you can actually use whatever you'd like. I mean, I'm not a fish lover for breakfast. It's a bit too soon for me, but lunch is a favorite. And you actually just, you basically you can add a little bit of chopped onion if you'd like. I make an open sandwich and then you put slaw with it. You kind of make this like beautiful, kind of like a salady kind of option too. So.
And it's nice you can find your own vibe with it. If you like the flavor of mackerel, sardines, or pilchards, you can find your fish of choice.
Absolutely.
And then go get creative with that. Are we using the mayonnaise is next to it, so I wonder what is that yogurt?
That's yogurt, yeah, just to add more creaminess. You can even pump up the protein a bit too. But it's also what it does is it reduces the amount of mayo you're going to use.
Right.
So it's a bit of like half and half. It's a nice little trick to use as well. So, and then just your garnish with salt and pepper. And then it's pretty much done. It's very, very easy, very simple way to do it too. I know, again, fishiness is something that one just has to get over. But again, I think it's always worth a try. Don't say you hate it unless you've tried it.
Absolutely. And we actually had the conversation last week. Carissa was saying, we're talking about like office etiquette. Can you take your tinned fish into the office? I say yes. And if they don't want it, if they don't want you to eat your tinned food at home, then you work from home. Then you work from home.
No, but that's the thing. I think then, you can be mindful and do it on the day that you are at home and then to enjoy it there. So
just eat the fish.
Every Thursday I'm in the office with my colleagues and they just know when I come. They're like, Tess, where's your fish today? And they just know it, but they don't actually mind. I mean, and I've actually just generally, when people watch you do it as well, they get intrigued, I think. I have to say shout out to my mom as well. She makes the most amazing pilchard fish cakes. So you don't just have to put fish on toast. Like it's actually a very versatile protein to do too. And it's really good for your brain health, seeing as it is brain health themed today. You get these omega-3s from your oily fish, but specifically something called DHA. And DHA has actually shown to help with like the structure of your brain itself. So I think, and we obviously spoke a little bit about plant-based options too, but I mean, we mustn't forget about the oily fish getting the omega-3s in too. So Look at that.
Look at that! Again,
Beautiful.
restaurant worthy in a Cape Town restaurant. This one's 750 Rand per plate. Love. This is so cool. We are not done. We got one more recipe.
Yes, you do.
I don't want to tell you what it is. Make sure you stay tuned for more Culinary Hotline Bling.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to close up this hour with some great entertainment. Now, he's one of South Africa's most respected blues rock guitarists, known for his fiery playing as well as unmistakable tone and passion for the craft. From his early days with Zingplaat to his work with the violin-free piece, Bason Lobsha has built his reputation as a powerful performer, but also a storyteller. So before we get to know the man behind the music, let's take a sneak peek at his talent.
I'm too old for this town, too young for my bones to be wearing down, to be wearing down. I'm too old for this town, I feel like a ghost, only floating around, never touching the ground. Well, I know I have to go. Yeah, I know I must move on. All my friends have
Do not love it. Let's give him a feel-good welcome for Bason, everybody!
Thank you.
Sure. First of all, the outfit is too cool. All the badges.
Got to dress up for the occasion.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Even at 7 in the morning. We appreciate you, Bason.
No
Thanks
problem.
for joining us this
Pleasure.
morning.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a bit about your journey, because as I mentioned in the intro, there was Zingplaat that you were part of, as well as, of course, the violin-free piece. And now you're here with no one around you.
Well, so yeah, I started with Zingplaat when I was about like 18.
18.
I'm not going to say how old I'm now, but it's been quite a while. How old do I look? That's the question.
You never asked that question.
So yeah, so the violin-free piece is my backup band. Started my own career about like 8 years ago, roughly, in the blues rock alternative genre. So
incredible.
yeah, it's been quite a journey.
What does it feel like just being solo on our couch this morning?
Always a little bit intimidating, but in a good way.
In a good way, hey?
You know, I said when there's a band, there's somebody to bounce off of. You know, when it's just you.
It's you and that guitar.
It's you and that guitar, you
Well,
know?
we were listening to the sound checks in between and we're like, oh, we're in good company. We're so excited about this as well. But let's talk about your guitar style. I first want to know when you first picked up that guitar and it called you.
Yeah.
And then how you found your voice with the instrument.
Yeah. Well, I think I started when I was relatively young. My dad played. And I actually didn't want to play guitar at first because everybody plays guitar.
Right.
But then I discovered this like album with this Texan dude with big cowboy boots and the hat, and I think he had pink boots on.
Love
This
it.
guy called Steve Ray Vaughan, and everything pretty much changed from there on. And then you kind of go back to the blues, and it all goes back to Robert Johnson at some point. So it was a lot of that influences, a lot of influences from my father's side, like Hendrix and Clapton and stuff like that. But I think you kind of develop your style. It takes a while. At first, you want to be everybody else,
Right.
you know, and then you kind of find your own thing. So it took a while to get there, but all the mistakes I make on my own. So
Exactly,
you know.
and it's part of the process of becoming who you are to this day.
Yes, and it kind of shapes you writing songs and stuff as well, you know.
Yeah. So the songwriting process, is it you in a dark room? Is it you at a bar on a tissue? What,
You know,
what goes down?
Tom Petty had a great quote.
Yeah.
Like, he never believed anybody that said, I want to write a song about a dog, and I wrote a song about a dog. It's this very mystical thing that you can't really explain. It'll either start with a melody or just sitting with a guitar and a note or something pops out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it starts with learning another song, and you're like, that's really cool, and then something else. So it's out in the ether. Trying to explaining it, I'm always afraid it's going to ruin the magic, you know?
But also, it is like quite a spiritual experience, I'm sure. I mean, what you do is so otherworldly as an artist anyway. I mean, you're a vessel and this thing just gets channeled through you.
Pretty much. And like the thing about blues is you can't really fake it.
Yeah.
You got to feel it, otherwise it doesn't mean anything. you know?
Yeah. Doesn't resonate with the audience either.
No, and I think with most art, it's the same thing. Whether you're a painter or a musician, if you don't put yourself into it,
There's no point.
there's no point. No.
Well, tell us about the fashion, because we know he's got the music sorted. What are these badges about? Did you collect it over the years?
Yeah, it's all been through the years. It's been a couple of like trips in Europe and America through tours and stuff. So they all got a little story, each of them.
Oh my
you know?
gosh, I love that. Okay, but through everything that you've done across the globe, is South Africa your home base and your favorite place?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
I'm a South African. I was born here. I was raised here.
You can't not.
Yeah, but-
And speaking about, you have an event coming out. Tell us more about it.
Yes, so we're playing this Saturday at the waterfront at the Queen's Hotel in their lounge. It's going to be myself and a guy called John Ray Swanepoel is opening for us. And we're doing the band, we're doing like a stripped down thing. So it's going to be a bit more, you know, our softer side coming through.
I love
It should be
that.
fun.
Playing with the hard and soft, the light and
Exactly.
dark. We can get tickets. They're still available?
Yes, on Quicket you can get tickets.
Yeah.
It's I think $200 and $250 at the door.
A steal. Absolutely nothing to see the greatness that we'll get to experience today. What are
It's
we
a lot of
looking
pressure,
forward
thank
to?
you.
No pressure. All the pressure. What are we looking forward
yeah,
to?
I'm going to do the first song. It's called Rambling Man, because I always joke we have this very relentless wanderlust as musicians.
Right.
You know, you're on a tour for 3 weeks and you just want to get home. Then you're home for 3 days.
And you
then
wanna go.
You want to go again. So that's kind of where that song comes from. And then the last one I'll play is a song called Old Town. So I'm from Stellenbosch. It's a small town. Grew up there. And the weird thing is Stellenbosch, if you're over 30, you're old. Again, I won't say my age, but anyway.
Oh, no.
So-
He's not over 30, though.
No, not at all. So I wrote a song about, you know, that's kind of a strange feeling from always being in a place you grew up.
For sure. Well, if you're from Stellenbosch or beyond, any other small town across Mzansi and beyond, do stick around. We've got the incredible Bason Lobshe that will join us in just a little bit. Him and his guitar. It's going to be a treat. For now, though, our other treat, Kuhle, is standing by with your final update on your news headlines.
Thank you so much, Car. We've hit the top of the hour, 8 a.m. Let's have a final look at our news headlines. Starting off right here at home with national news. Government will spend more than 150 million rand to repair 2 roads damaged by floods in the Hoedspruit area of Limpopo earlier this year. Transport Minister Barbara Creasy announced the funding during a visit to inspect damaged roads and bridges in the disaster-hit region. More than 100 million rand has been allocated to the R40, with about 55 million rand earmarked for the R531. Temporary access routes will maintain links to the Kruger National Park while construction continues, supporting communities and the tourism sector. Still with national news, Public Works Minister Dean McPherson has ordered an investigation into 6,238 state-owned homes occupied by government officials. He says the review will determine whether the properties still serve a legitimate public purpose, as many occupants already receive housing benefits. KwaZulu-Natal has the highest number of identified properties, followed by the Western Cape and Gauteng. The department spent 39.6 million rand on maintenance last year. A report has been requested within 30 days to identify properties that could be sold to reduce government expenditure. Let's change gears now and look at international news. But staying here in Africa, the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has called on the United States to lift its Ebola-related travel restrictions on Uganda, saying the country has reported no new infections for almost a month. Uganda has recorded 20 Ebola cases during the outbreak, compared with more than 2,400 in neighboring DRC. The country's last patient was discharged in 16 July, starting the 42-day countdown required before it can be declared Ebola-free under World Health Organization guidelines. 2 oil tankers carrying Saudi crude to Asia have reversed course in the Red Sea after Yemen's Houthi rebels threatened to target ships loading or unloading Saudi oil. The move marks the first confirmed disruption to commercial tanker routes since the Houthis announced a naval blockade on Saudi Arabia. U.S. President Donald Trump has warned the group against closing the Bab al-Mandeb shipping route, saying the United States would respond if it did. Analysts warn the conflict could further disrupt global energy supplies. On to light-hearted news. Our superstar Tyler taking over the world. It's another day, another Tyler triumph. South African Grammy winner Tyler delighted fans with a surprise performance alongside global superstar Shakira during her Las Mujeres Ya No Lauren World Tour in New York on Monday evening. The pair lit up Brooklyn's Barclays Center with a barefoot rendition of the smash hit Hips Don't Lie, celebrating 2 generations of music stars on one stage. Tyler, dazzling in turquoise, brought his signature Afropop flair to the performance, while fellow surprise guests Ed Sheeran and Burna Boy added to the excitement. The appearance comes just days before the release of Tyler's eagerly awaited second album, A-Pop, which drops tomorrow. And this, everybody, is how we wrap up our 8 o'clock news. Let's get into the sports headlines with Carissa.
Well, thank you, gorgeous Kuhle. Let's head straight into the sporting world, heading to the football field first with Orlando Pirates, who suffered their first defeat of the European pre-season tour, going down 3-2 to Saudi Pro League side Al Ittihad. Now, Talente Mbata as well as Yanele Mbutuma were on target for the Buccaneers, while Yusuf N. Neseri as well as Musa Diaby and George Elenkena scored for the Saudi side. Meanwhile, Mamelodi Sundowns were held to a 1-1 draw by German outfit Hertha Berlin out in Austria. Heading into the athletic space now with South African sprint star Bayanda Walaza, who stormed to victory in the men's 100 meters at the 61st Atipos meeting out in Slovakia. Now, Walaza clocked a sensational 9.89 seconds win to the race and set a new meeting record. Now, Jamaica's Akeem Blake finished second in 10.04 seconds, and then Canadian Olympian champion Andre de Grassi was third in 10.05 seconds. Onto the hockey field we go with our girls now, with the South African women's hockey team, who moved 2-0 up in their 4th match test series, and that was against Namibia, with another solid performance that was held out in Cape Town. Hannah Pierce opened the scoring before Kayla Duval doubled the lead in the second half to seal that 2-0 victory. Now, South Africa will be eyeing a series win when the 3rd match takes place tomorrow. Ending off with cycling now with Remco Evenepoel, who claimed his 2nd consecutive stage victory at the Tour de France after producing a dominant ride in yesterday's individual time trial. Now, the Belgian finished 28 seconds ahead of race leader Tadej Pogačar to cut into the Slovenian's overall advantage. Now, today the riders face that flat 174-kilometer stage 17 from Chambéry to Voiron. And that's where we leave your sports for this morning. Let's head into your weather. Final update when it comes to your weather comes your way on this beautiful halfway point to the weekend. And as per usual, we start with Polokwane. Now, on your side of town, you're in for a sun-filled day today out in Polokwane. Temperatures start from a low of 6 degrees and rise to a greater high, sitting at 25. Looking ahead, sunny skies continue to dominate, staying clear of any rain, with pleasantly warm daytime highs maxing at 26 degrees. All right, Klerksdorp, on your side, it's mostly cloudy skies that will take over your day today. Your temperatures range between a cold 9 and a warmer high of 25. As for the upcoming days, it does remain mostly sunny with passing clouds, while daytime highs stay pleasantly warm. From Klerksdorp into Pretoria we go, where you can expect plenty of sunshine throughout your Wednesday. Now, your temperatures will range between a low of 9 and a high sitting at 24 degrees. As we look ahead, sun-filled skies are here to stay, clear of any rain, with tomorrow's temperatures staying much the same as today's. And then in the city of gold we go. In Johannesburg, you can expect mostly sunny skies set to dominate your day today. Temperatures range between a cool 8 and a warmer high of 21. Now, moving into the week, daytime highs will range from the upper teens to those low 20s, with skies remaining predominantly sunny throughout. That's a wrap on Jozi. Let's get into Mbombela, where today's forecast calls for sunny skies with some lingering clouds. Now, it will be a chilly 11-degree start that gives way to a warmer afternoon high sitting at 25. Now, tomorrow does welcome sunny skies with temperatures ranging from a low of 12 to that set high of 27, remaining clear of any rain. In the beautiful Bloemfontein, partly cloudy skies will persist throughout your day today. Temperatures sit between a cold 7 and a high of 24. Now, the week ahead ushers in mostly sunny skies with passing clouds, while temperatures settle between 19 degrees for the next 2 days. To the coastline we go on the side of Richards Bay first, with a cloudy start that will turn sunny by midday today. Temperatures will range between a cool 17 degrees and a comfortable high sitting at 27. Now, partly cloudy skies will turn sunny tomorrow with comfortably warm temperatures ranging between 18 and a warmer 27. All right, Durban, it's your turn next, where today will be dominated by partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures rise from a low of 14 to a high sitting at 26. Now, the coming days remain mostly sunny, with temperatures reaching 23 degrees tomorrow and 22 by Friday. In Tata, on your side of town, it's mostly cloudy skies that can be expected throughout your day today. Your temperatures range between a cold 8 and a high of 29. Now, partly cloudy skies take over the next 2 days, with tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 7 and a daytime high sitting at 23. In Uba, on your side, partly cloudy skies set the stage for a very pleasant day ahead. Your temperatures will move between a biting 7 and a high of 26. Now, sun-filled skies with lingering clouds dominate the forecast ahead, with temperatures remaining pleasantly warm throughout. Well, that brings us to Kugompo City next, where today you'll look up to partly cloudy skies. It's zoning on your temperatures. They'll start at a brisk 13 before warming to a high of 23. Now, the next 2 days do remain partly cloudy and humid, with a 15% chance of rain tomorrow, and that does increase to 25 by Friday. And then out in Ebecha and GQ, dry conditions will persist with partly cloudy skies overhead. Your temperatures, well, they'll start at 10 and increase to that high sitting at 20. As we move into the week, sunny conditions turn cloudy by tomorrow. There is a 25% chance of light rain expected on Friday as well. Into gorgeous George we go, with morning clouds that will clear to bright sunny skies by this afternoon. Temperatures range from a cool 8 and then reaches a daytime high of 17. Now, the outlook for the week remains partly cloudy with cool to pleasant temperatures, while a 55% chance of rain is expected for tomorrow. All right, Cape Town, your turn next. You can expect partly cloudy conditions for most of your day today. Your temperatures will sit between 11 and a high of 16. And as we look ahead, tomorrow brings you cloudy skies with rain chanced at 75%, while temperatures will move between 10 and 15 degrees. That brings us into Sutherland with a mostly sunny day that lies ahead for you today. Temperatures will range from a biting -2 and reach a daytime high of 16. As we head into the next 2 days, partly clouds take over with temperatures reaching 12 and then by tomorrow 17. Let's see what Kimberley has to offer on this Wednesday. It's partly cloudy skies that are set to dominate today with noticeable northerly winds. As for your temperatures, they'll rise from a cool 8 to a warmer high of 27. Now, tomorrow's outlook will be bright and sunny with temperatures ranging from 1 to a high of 22. And then finally, out in Uppington, partly cloudy skies will dominate your forecast for today. Temperatures rise from a cold 2 to a set high of 23. As for the days ahead, it remains mostly sunny but also dry, with tomorrow's temperatures reaching a warm high of 20, making it the lowest high of the week. That's a wrap of your temperatures across the country. Hopefully you feel a bit more prepared to tackle the rest of the day. But before we reveal the sunrise view of 8 o'clock, you know the deal. We get into both 6 and 7. So let's start out here in Kugompo City out in the Eastern Cape, where Leroy Snyman captured this beauty. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact that the sky is the dominant part of the picture. Main character energy coming through, Leroy. Thank you for that. And then we moved on over to KwaZita in the Eastern Cape, where Babalwa snapped this different morning view out in the fields, looking absolutely gorgeous. Nature definitely showing off just like she does. And then finally, our sunrise view for this hour comes from Verna Middleway out in Stickland. Listen, we're not allowed to pick favorites, but Verna, maybe you're my favorite because this is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much for your morning view. When you saw this picture, you thought about your Expresso family and said, listen, the nation needs to see. And Verna, we appreciate you for that. So thank you. That officially goes on the Expresso Hall of Fame. 063-036-9649. That is how you get in touch with us. We still have Thursday and Friday to get into, so make sure that you send us a WhatsApp directly in studio to get in touch.
Of course, I had to join Chef Clem in the kitchen. Xesha lifikile kuba ndilambile. Sabona uba kwenzeka ntoni kwisimo sezulu ne? Ngathi kuphole kamnandi apha eSouth Africa. Chef Clem, ndilambile.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Right?
Exactly.
Ndike ntoni, like
you know. So good to have you back in the kitchen. Just go with it. Just go with it.
You guys are making delicious things. I have to taste this. Please walk me through what we have here. Please pass me a
Of course,
spoonie.
absolutely. So we're doing things right. We're doing breakfast. We are having breakfast in the morning, not just any breakfast. It's all about the brain health. So this is overnight oats. We've got all the good stuff in there. The flaxseed in there. There's chia seed in there. Obviously the oats as well. And some fruit.
And also cinnamon. I am obsessed with it.
The cinnamon's in there.
It's in here. Honey as
there
well,
we go.
right?
What's your opinion on fish for breakfast in the morning?
No.
Easy peasy. I said, no grey area. No grey area.
Straight up, no. Okay, listen, while I'm enjoying my breakfast this morning, do not go anywhere because we are well within the final hour of the show. So much is coming your way. We've got Petco here to talk about how they are driving the future of recycling here in South Africa. But also Bason Lapsha is here, also about to set the Expresso stage alive. Do not go anywhere because so much more goodness is coming your way.
Thank you. Adams,
Chef. Thank you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Listen, everybody, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso, as you would have seen, we started having breakfast. And
I had a bite of that breakfast.
Okay,
It's good.
It was good, right?
It was good. The rolled oats.
Ooh.
I wasn't going to do the fish at this time of the morning.
Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. We're about to dive into a very special conversation right now, really getting into the future of recycling here in South Africa.
So Plastic-Free July is what we've been focusing on. It's a global movement encouraging people to reduce plastic waste, but also rethink how we both use and dispose of packaging packaging.
Yes, 100%. And joining us here today is Cara Rolida, who is a marketing manager at Petco, South Africa's leading producer responsibility organization, to discuss how businesses, consumers and the recycling sector can work together to build a more circular economy. Everybody, please help me give her a feel-good welcome.
Yes! Cara, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
I love the fact that we're having this conversation this month, but it should be a lifestyle anyway. So let's talk about how you encourage people to actually reduce single-use plastics. It's not about perfection. It is just about step-by-steps, right? So how does Petco's work through extended producer responsibility help turn this into systematic change?
Thank you so much. So at Petco, what we do is basically we are a membership-based organization, and we have members that are brand owners like a Woolies or a Pick n Pay or Coke, Pepsi, for example. And what they do is that they pay us, and we make sure that their packaging is collected and recycled when consumers like me or you are finished using it. And what we're trying to do is to really encourage long-term systemic change. So whether that's through marketing, which is what I do, consistent messaging, through helping to actually build a sustainable collection and recycling value chain, which we've been doing for 20 years.
Wow.
And we're very proud of that. We've got world-class standards for PET recycling in South Africa. And so, yeah, EPR basically enables the producers, those brands and those retailers, to actually help the country to make sure that that packaging is collected and recycled on behalf of consumers.
Like you said, that circular economy that we're trying to add to. Love that.
Beautiful. I mean, I want to dive deeper into how that works, right? Because a lot of people do try and attempt to recycle, but we never really know what happens post us dropping off our recyclable items. What happens post that?
So I think that is such an important part, because it's actually a huge barrier. People often don't recycle because they think, oh, nothing really happens to it. And so there is a whole industry and a whole system that's been built in South Africa that I think we can be really, really proud of. So once you as a consumer have gone to, it actually starts at the shop with choosing packaging that is recyclable or that includes recycled content. When you get home, it's really simple. Put a bin, one for general waste, that would go to landfill, that goes with the municipality, one for recycling, and if you are very advanced, one for organic waste, because that's a whole different story. And then that either gets collected by a municipal curbside collection project, which we're so lucky to have in Cape Town, the Think Twice program. It can be left out for a waste picker. It can be collected by an SMME, or you can take it to a drop-off site on the City of Cape Town's website. You can actually look at the green map and you can see those sites that you can take them to. And from there, they will get sorted and they will be sent to different, what we call recyclers, which are reprocessors. They will then turn that into different materials. So for example, if it's PET, it will go to a PET recycler if it's like a plastic bottle. And then from there, it actually gets made into inputs that go to different manufacturing sectors to be made into brand new products. So for example, PET can be made into a brand new bottle, or it can be made into your classic shopper bags that we all see around. So it's a whole industry. You're creating jobs, you're helping the environment, you are really contributing to an industry in South Africa by simply separating your recyclables, and it is happening. It really is happening in our country.
Well, thank you for that reassurance. I feel like some people needed to hear that, you know, and then encourage them to contribute as well. We've all seen the movie Wall-E, and we don't want the world to end up like this. So let's talk about those landfills that you mentioned as well. What role do brand owners, producers really take in reducing the packaging waste? I know it's all of our responsibilities, so what can we do?
So, I mean, I'll start off by saying that I think as consumers, we unfortunately or fortunately don't get the opportunity to see landfills. I've had the honor of actually going to them and seeing them. It's quite overwhelming and scary. I think a lot of people think once they put it in their bin, it goes away. But where's it going? Where's it going? And nobody wants a new landfill on their doorstep. And we live in a situation and in a country where a lot of our landfills are actually about to be closed or are in the process of being closed. There's two main ones in the Western Cape, for example, and one of them has one more year left. And where does the waste go
then?
after that? So what's really important is from
those brand owners and those retailers for them to design their packaging so that it can actually be recycled and it can go back into that circular economy, stay in circulation at its highest value for as long as possible. And for consumers to actually choose packaging that's recyclable, put it in that bin, and to make sure that it's disposed of responsibly. And again, yeah, there's just so many role players for government to put the regulations in place, for the collection and recycling industry to keep being innovative and to be able to continue to do the work that they do. So it's a multi-stakeholder approach, and it really does take everybody to be a part of this to make it work.
And to step up as well.
I mean, have you seen those images of landfills?
It is incredibly scary.
Horrifying.
From the fashion side to the waste that we have.
Goodness, the fast fashion.
Yeah.
It's a different conversation. You need to come back to that.
I would love to. There's too much to say.
Please, please, please. I mean, talking about, you know, the entire process, waste pickers and just the recycling sector in South Africa is absolutely essential. What is Petco doing to support this process?
So waste pickers are really important. Again, as I said, there's so many stakeholders that each play their important role. Waste pickers play an important role because they are actually going through your bins and doing the work that a lot of people don't want to do. And it's very undignified, and what you can do as a consumer is you can just separate out your recyclables from your waste so that they don't have to dig through your bin. I mean, can you imagine? So as Petco, what we are doing is we are helping them in terms of their providing them with PPE, protective equipment, so that they can do their work better. We provide them with trolleys, with trailers, with training to try and ultimately move people up the value chain. We're really trying to encourage people to be able to move from waste pickers to cooperatives, to buyback centres, and to capacitate South Africans to ultimately become business owners and to start SMMEs. We all know jobs. So and ultimately they're just trying to create an income for themselves, and as Petco, what we've done is that we've developed the whole value chain so that they have a market to actually sell into. We're very proud that PET initially, when we started, was worth 50 cents when they were selling it at a buyback centre, and now for a kilogram, and it's now worth about R4.50.
Wow.
So we're creating that demand, creating a market to sell into, and keeping that whole chain flowing is really important to what we do.
Wow, Cara, thank you for the work that you do and your team around you as well.
Thank you.
Incredible work. And just a reminder to us too that we can all step up, do our part at every single level of that value chain and make a difference in the world that we get to share. So thank you for joining us this morning. And to send us off into the next little bit, we of course have Bason Loebshow standing by with that bluesy number waiting just for you.
I'm Bason Loebshow. This song is called Rambling Man. It's about that wanderlust that we as musicians have to not be able to stay home.
goodness, incredible sounds there by Bason Laupsha. Listen, imagine listening to the blues on a Sunday afternoon in a comfortable, beautifully curated space. Don't worry, because in studio we do have Jean Duemini here to explore the art of a coordinated space. But also we get back into the kitchen for a delicious recipe with Chef Clem. Do not go anywhere because there's so much more goodness coming your way. Good night, everyone. See you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and thanks for joining us as we step into our homes right now. And we know a beautifully curated and coordinated home starts with the little details. Now, Woolworths Home is making it so easy to create harmony throughout your bedroom, but also your bathroom, with new items that combine timeless stripes, and we love a stripe, layered textures, and elegant finishing touches. So we brought on once again our favorite architectural designer, Jean Duemini, to basically share expert tips on mastering the art of coordinated living. Zan, welcome back and thanks for joining.
It's so good to see you.
And listen, the stripes are even on her body, so you know.
Fully coordinated.
Committed to the cause. I love that stripes are making such a big comeback right now, but in different sorts of ways. So why is that the case? And can you talk us through the different stripe options here?
Yeah, I think it's such a good question. You know, something close to my heart, stripes are architectural. So they create a really calm and elegant layer that almost acts like a neutral, I feel. They can be such a great base. And so while we've come through an era of florals and all those fern motifs and things like that, we're now in the era of stripes where you can really mix and match. And I think exactly as you ask, you can get different types of stripes.
I love this option.
Absolutely. So this is a stripe, this is a stripe, you know, and somehow we can make it all work together along with different textures. And even if you have some of last season's florals and those items in your home, you can mix that with the layer of the stripe too. And I just love that.
Are we pattern clashing? Is that what you're saying we're allowed?
I guess we are allowed that a little bit because stripes just add such an elegant and almost like there's rhythm to a stripe. So that creates the calmness and the sophistication. And that's your base layer where you can really build up on.
I love that. And I love what we've got going here as well. They've introduced some new features, of course, Woolworths, but they continue continue to be bold when it comes to the stripe designs in particular. Take us through some of those latest additions that we can witness and see right now.
So we're seeing the stripes come in different forms. So even on something like this is, this is really a beautiful bedspread. It's such a great base layer.
Great.
You're seeing a neutral stripe, a white on white stripe, and then you're seeing them bring out the blue. I think, again, a stripe can offer a base layer, but with different colors. So you're seeing greens, you're seeing blues, you're seeing the neutrals come through again. But that's really in a very, very subtle form. And then what's happening again is we're mixing textures. So you're seeing it with our faux furs, you're seeing it in our towel ranges. There's a beautiful, elegant, just two simple stripes. Again, the neutral with just a little bit of an accent. You're seeing it, the geometry and the shapes of a geometry, for instance, in the bath mats and things like that. And again, we're just looking into the architectural form of pattern making, really. And that's coming through in so many different layers that we're seeing at Woolworths at the moment.
I love to see it as well. Like you said, it does bring a sense of calm, but also structure to what might feel a bit intimidating when we're putting together a house or a home. So how can we add the stripes with personality when it comes to our homes? Because some of us want some character.
Absolutely. So again, I think it was such an important thing that you brought in, like clashing elements. I think anything that you have in your home, you can really see if that works with the stripe. Of course, the stripe can be bolder. So what we're looking on in this beautiful linen is quite a simple stripe.
Yeah, it's quite subtle.
But then using the pillow as an example, this is really breaking it up a bit. So I love the fact that there's opportunity within the stripe. There's opportunity within the architecture, and it's really bringing architecture into the details.
I love.
And stripes are just so classic. I mean, we've seen them all our lives in different shapes, in terms of thicknesses and colorways. And so you really can't go wrong if you invest in something like that to really update the bedroom and the bathroom.
Yes, so speaking about the bathroom, so you've mentioned the towels with the very classic stripe in it.
Yes.
What else do we have besides this?
We've got beautiful ranges of bath mats. Of course, we always have our diffusers. We've got plants. You're seeing at Woolworths at the moment, there's a selection of faux plants that are dried, that you can really last. So I think that's a beautiful element. Of course, the candle range at the moment is absolutely
always
sensational.
a win. Yeah.
Best way to update a bathroom. And then it's the simple details like you brought in right at the beginning when you spoke, Carissa, like just getting a little unit that can be used for your toothbrushes, dispensing.
It makes a difference.
Absolutely. I mean, your bathroom, we've said it before.
100%.
Your bathroom should be a spa, and your bedroom should be a hotel.
And doesn't it smell like a spa right now?
It really does.
This diffuser, one of my favorites. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the white tea.
It's so beautiful, and something else that we've spoken on, touched on. I mean, we need to do a home together now.
I would love to. Sign me up.
Yeah, we lighting, just simple additions of lighting. There's a beautiful selection at the moment, and you just buy 2 lights a throw, and you can really update a bedroom. I think it's so powerful to do that in these transition seasons. Just to make you feel like you're coming home to a sanctuary. We say it over and over again.
But it makes such a difference when you do switch the overhead lights off and then put a few lamps and candles.
And candles, yes.
It transports you.
Diffused light, and you look so much better in it.
Listen, this is actually the main point of everything, that amber light dancing off your face. Absolutely gorgeous. And thank you once again for taking us through what I think this is going to be my future bedroom. This is classic, it's beautiful, but still bringing a bit of personality with the stripes coming
We love
through.
a stripe.
We love a stripe, don't we? So whether you're updating your bedroom, refreshing your bathroom, or simply adding a few thoughtfully chosen pieces, it's often just the small details that make all the difference and the biggest impact. So please go ahead and shop the latest newness at Woolies Home. You could do so in store. Again, I encourage you to do it so you can feel the goodness. Online, and also the option of the app. Plus, the quality sale is still on. Get up to 50% off selected fashion, beauty, and even homeware. Available in store, online, and on the app. T's and C's, of course, can be found on that website, woolworths.co.za. I was telling Taryn this week, I've been to the quality sale. I'm going back to the quality sale.
It is sensational. There are some really good purchases to be made. And, again, there is classicness, and it just lasts.
That's right. At a good bargain, we love to see it too. So please make sure that you make your way through. If you can't leave your house, the app or the website is there for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere because there's so much more goodness coming your way from the kitchen. We still have Tessa in the building, right, Chef Clem?
That's right, for our last recipe of the morning, which is going to be
like an egg, veggie, power muffin.
And featuring mushrooms.
Love it.
There we
Don't
go.
go anywhere. We'll see you just after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true, it's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back as the girlies are holding it down today. And we've greeted you saying good morning. It is a brain day today. So we want you to help us solve this riddle.
Yes, and the riddle goes something like this. There are 5 people in a room. Everyone shakes hands with everyone else once. How many handshakes take place? And we asked you to send us your answers via WhatsApp as well as on social media. And we do have voice notes. I can't wait to hear.
Me too. Because I would say 20, but let's
20.
see. That's what I worked out.
Hi, I'm Patricia from Polokwane, and I wanted to ask, is the oil in the sardine can healthy?
Okay,
That one
Patricia,
we're going to keep.
very good question. You know what? We will reserve that
We're gonna
for
keep
Chef
that
Clem
one.
a little bit later on.
Let's check out your comments on socials. Anthea saying, good morning. It gives me 4 handshakes per person. And if they're 5 people, that's 20. That's what I was saying.
Okay, hold on. Is that correct? But let's see
Okay.
what others have to say. Good morning. 25 handshakes.
Okay. Let's check out another comment from you. Thank you, Expresso fan, for weighing in. My brain hurts. Me too. It's too early to use it.
We've got one more coming up. And it says, my answer is 10 handshakes. Everyone greets each other once, so no double counting. Love a good brain teaser to start the morning. Okay,
Do you get that? Because my brain's not braining right now. All right, let's listen to the voice notes. We finally put the sardines aside. Bring the maths on. Let's hear.
Good morning, Expresso show.
Morning.
I just took a wild guess by taking 5 people times with 5 handshakes, and that's how I got to 25.
Right.
Thank you.
But if I'm one person and I'm shaking
and
4
it's 5 people, you're shaking 4 people
people's
5
hands,
times.
5 times.
And then there'll be 4 people.
Carry the 2.
Plus the 1 over the...
Okay, let's check out the riddle once again so we can get to the bottom of this one. 5 people in a room. Yeah. Everybody shakes hands with everyone else once. How many handshakes take place, Claire?
So it's 5 people, so I'm shaking 4 people's hands.
That's what I've been saying.
Right? No, so I'm doing it once, so that's 4. And then the extra 4 are doing...
We got the answer. Thank you, Expresso fan, for weighing in. Let's check this one out.
So the answer is 10. If there are 5 people, the first person's going to shake hands with 4 other people.
Yes.
Then the second person with 3, third person with 2 other people, and the last person with 1. So it's 4 plus 3, which gives you 7, plus 2, which gives you 9, plus 1, which gives you 10.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's where I was going.
That's where you were going.
But the thing is, I wanted to give Expresso
the opportunity.
viewers the opportunity to do it.
She's kind like that.
Come on.
Well, that brain fog hopefully moved out the way. The cobwebs are gone. We're celebrating Brain Day. And what better way than to feed our brain with good whole foods? Let's get into that final installment of the Culinary Hotline.
That riddle actually has tested all of us this morning.
Definitely.
So I think we need a little more supplementation of some brain power. We're coming up with our next recipe, which features eggs.
Yes.
And you've actually mentioned this, the brain power. What is the element inside eggs?
They contain choline.
Choline?
Yeah, choline, yeah. It's
Nice.
It's very maybe like an undercover nutrient, but it really helps with like the cell membranes of your brain cells. So super important for structure.
Okay, so we're gonna, before we even get cooking, we've got 2 voice notes. I think everybody's just like hooked on this brain food this morning. So let's listen to our first voice note.
Good morning, Chef. My name is Mandy. I would like to know my mixed veg versus my fresh veg. Does it really contain the same vitamins and nutrients?
The frozen mixed veg.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier about the frozen fruits.
Yes, exactly the same concept.
Exactly the same.
Frozen veggies, what a win. Like, I mean, and I love if you can to buy the variety packs, because I mean, why not get more than just one type? But if you're a bit of a, you know, prefer the different options, then you can. But I mean, frozen veggies are fantastic. You may not get the same like crunch or that freshness, but I mean, they're a super great addition to like a recipe like today. If you don't have fresh veggies in your fridge, add in some freezer veg.
There we go. And we heard a little one in the background as well.
Yeah.
The thing about frozen veggies is most of the time they come chopped.
Yes.
Saving time.
Yes.
Okay, so let's listen to our next voice note. Okay, they say let's start cooking. Let's get cooking. Okay, we'll keep the voice note for the end. Eggs. So super simple. This is a breakfast-ish snack that works for lunch or dinner.
Yeah, and you can also do it in advance. You can freeze them afterwards. But I mean, it's really kind of the ingredients go whatever you've got in the fridge. So obviously your base is eggs. Very, like I said, really, really good for brain food. Also super good protein. I mean, also cost effective.
We all watched Rocky, but we can cook our eggs.
Yeah.
We don't need to gulp, gulp, gulp. Raw eggs in a shake. Go for it. Cook.
And then what we've got for today is we've actually got mushrooms, but we've grated them, which is very smart. Almost will give you kind of like, in a sense, a meaty texture.
I thought that this was pulled beef.
Yeah, I know.
And literally, all that's happened was just mushrooms that had been grated. I love that.
And yeah, very, very smart. And then we've got some spinach as well and some bell peppers just for a bit of extra vitamin C. And then obviously a little bit of feta cheese for some flavor too. So
easy peasy.
Perfect, great. Yes, exactly. Just like that. So we'll just quickly whisk the eggs. You can even add, if you'd like, you know, you can even add some extra milk if you want to, like.
Oh yeah.
Add even more moisture to that.
And we can add all the spinach?
I think so.
It's going to wilt.
Yeah,
so
exactly. More the better, right?
That is about 6 bags of spinach right there.
Yeah. I always get so frustrated. Spinach always just disappears and you put a whole bag into the pan and it comes out like this much. But you know that, but imagine that you're eating a whole bag of spinach. So
that feels
really
good.
Cool. Exactly.
That really feels good. And we can go with all the mushrooms as well.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's see what we can fit in. Perfect. And I think maybe like one of those feta rounds.
Talk to me about the grating of the mushrooms. Is there a reason we grate it, or can we chop? Can we?
Yeah, you can do whatever. I think it's obviously maybe in terms of trying to fit everything in to one of the egg muffins. It's probably, and also just nice maybe for a different texture.
There we go.
So maybe you have some fussy kids that don't like mushrooms. Maybe it might be a nice way to introduce mushrooms into someone's diet as well. You know, kind of hide the
vegetables.
Sneak them in.
Hide the vegetables to get the kids to eat it. Absolutely. Perfect. Now we're going to do the ladling into our...
Yeah, maybe your skills will be a bit better than mine. Let's see if you can manage
You say that. Everyone behind the camera is standing ready with a cloth because they know I'm in a mess. Okay. But these are really cool because you could bake them off the night before, actually.
Absolutely, yeah. So you're saying, you know, like when we chatted earlier on about like just making small little sustainable shifts. I mean, everyone's always wanting to have this picture-perfect diet. We have to include everything. But even if you can just make like one simple change. So my big thing is always, if you think about all your meals during the day, if one of your meals can be home cooked, like minimally processed, whole food based, ideally with vegetables, you're already winning. So I mean, if you can get like your breakfast, which is such an important meal to start, if you can get that going, I mean, 2 or 3 of these great grab and go, even a mid-afternoon snack or mid-morning, or even because we get back to school, right? So you want also great for kiddies to put them into their lunch boxes, because most kids, I don't think, like boiled eggs at school. So
another office question: can you take boiled eggs to office? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've always had this fascination in my head about when you watch American movies or sitcoms, where the family seems to have this massive meeting in the morning before they head out for the day. realistic.
Yeah, and then
Who's
you
got
see
time?
them drinking half a glass of juice and off they go, right? It's not very...
And then someone in the control room said that they never finish the breakfast.
Yeah, they
I'm
never
grateful.
do.
This is a little bit how you can actually have that moment when you've got something prepared in the morning where you can have a brief 5 minutes just as a family, have a snack before you leave the door. I love this recipe.
And you know what's so great about this, sorry to say, is that like if you're scrambling eggs in the morning, you still got to clean a pan. Right.
There we go.
It's like grab and go. I always think about like, you know, cook once and clean once, but eat many times. It's such a useful way.
Absolutely. One of the biggest tips I learned from you today, besides your amazing recipes, which you can get, check out the QR code on screen, is preparation.
Yeah.
Being prepared, it makes all the difference. Number one, you're going to save money. But number two, you also, and I feel more importantly, can focus on the nutrition that you're going to take in for the day. And that's how you can focus on the brain health. So thank you so much for these amazing, amazing recipes. These are so good. I can't wait to try this, get this out the oven and try it. You've been absolutely amazing. Do not miss out next week. Please go and let us know what you actually want to see us do in Culinary Hotline. Go to Facebook and let us know. We love your suggested themes. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me.
I'm going to be snacking all day. Make sure you tune in next week for more Culinary Hotline. Bling! Thank you, Kuchle. Thank you, Kuchle.
Think it's just another day? Well, not anymore, because I could be pulling up to your door next. Spin and win up to 20,000 Rand, plus an extra 2,000 Rand if you have a World Sports betting account, and another 2,000 Rand if you can hit a small dance challenge with me. To enter, all you have to do is head over to the competition post of Expresso's Facebook, X, and Instagram pages, and all you have to do is follow the prompts. And not signed up yet? Well, head to wsb.co.za, use the promo code TheBeat50 to get a free 50 Rand sports bet. World Sports Betting, bet to the beat. I'll see you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, it is. Welcome back for the final time this morning. We cannot even end the show today without checking in with my girl, Kutle. Listen, first day back in a minute.
Listen, Cape Town, love Cape Town.
We love you.
Joburg weather, much better than Cape Town, but we'll take it.
You can have that, it's fine. But how's it been, first day back, 6 a.m.? What time did you wake up this morning?
I woke up at 3:30 a.m.
3:30?
Listen, my brain was still trying to figure out where am I, what am I doing?
Weather, traffic.
Listen.
Interviews.
But you know what? It's for the love of the game.
That's true.
It's for the love of the Expresso family.
That's true.
And of course, they said I'm working with Carissa. Say less.
I love it when the girlies get together. Like, we just have a good time keeking in between links and catching up, making sure that we're all on the right page. Kay's going to join us today, tomorrow, and on Friday. What a treat to have us hold it down all the way through. Tell me you're going to enjoy Cape Town, though. You're not just there to work. We work hard, we play harder.
Listen, Cape Town for me nowadays is about work and school. There's no in between, unfortunately.
Okay, so in case you missed it, this is a scholar. This is an academic. Kutle is completing her PDip. How do you say?
Yes, PG-DIP, postgrad diploma. But let's have that conversation once I'm done, just in case, you know, along the way. I'm just like, girl, I can no longer carry this weight. But I'm not going to lie, it truly has been a treat. It's challenged me in different ways and meaningful ways that I didn't even know I needed to be challenged in. So it truly has been refreshing to step back on campus.
Remind us again what your focus is, what we're doing.
It's management practice, darling.
Hello, Miss Boss over here.
Yes.
You better come correct or don't come at all. We're so excited to have Kutle join us here today and also have the wonderful Bason Loeb Show also standing by to send us into this Wednesday. We're halfway to the weekend, baby. Bason, take it away.
I'm Bason Loeb Show. This song is called Old Town, and it's about being a certain age in an old town.
To be wearing down, to be wearing down. Well, I'm too old for this town. I feel like a ghost slowly floating around, never touching the ground. Well, I know what I have to go in. Well, I know I must move on now. All my friends, well, they've up and gone in. There's only echoes left in this town, yeah. Alright. Well, I grew up in the sound, and I planted my roots in its hollow ground. And then I settled down. Well, I'm still here in this town, and it feels so right, oh, like I belong, like the others are wrong. I had my first love under the bright moonlight, had my first drink, had my first real fight now. Those days still feel like they're here and now, yeah. Well, I know, baby, while I have to go in. Well, I know I must move on, yeah. All my friends, well, they've up and gone. There's only echoes left in the sound, yeah. Well, I know that's long overdue. I gotta get out, yeah, I gotta make my move. The further you go, all the clearer you see. I gotta get out, yeah, I gotta do it for me. For me. Well, I'm too too old for this town. Young from my bones to be wearing down. To be wearing down. Well, I know I have to go. Well, I know I must move on. All my friends, well, they've up and gone. There's only echoes left in this town.
That was absolutely incredible. I know you were talking about the performance, but witnessing that
in person.
Oh, come on, something else.
Stunning.
Well, tomorrow on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we've got some more performances coming your way. In fact, Kuhle is one of your favorite people.
Yes, Tom London, everybody. He's going to be performing in Johannesburg, one of my favorite dancers and, of course, South African choreographers.
Love to see that. We're also going to be unpacking denim along with Woolworths. We love a denim moment. We saw Zanele in a Canadian cowboy yesterday, so we thought she ate that up. We would continue, and in the Commonwealth Games, we've got to celebrate it and tell you exactly what that's about. And then another great actor joins us.
Yes, Hungani Ndlovu chats about musical and chairs, and also we get into another important conversation about all things money. Money Talks with Carla.
That's right, it is Savings Month, and we want you to do the best thing for your bank account and your future. We will both see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Another feel-good production.